We don't bow to lies. We stand for truth, faith, and family. This is Break the Machine! Whoever wore the patch, for every heart that still believes. We don't just talk about freedom, we live it! Break the machine, let the truth ignite. Raise your voice, it's time to fight the fight. Big Red One and Daywalker's light, shining faith and freedom through the night. This is Break the Machine, where patriots speak loud and truth never dies.
Evening, America. Welcome back to another episode of Break the Machine podcast. Another episode of Rants on Friday night. Tonight, we have special guest for you, Kaylani Morales, aka ThatMexicanVelma. She's actually embraced that. They kind of called her that on social media. She's embraced it, shoved it right back in their face, and essentially told them all to go fuck themselves, which is great. So we love her for that. It's always good when you own shit and just kind of reverse it on some of the clowns, these ass clowns that are on social media that are constantly trying to, rib you and make fun of you and whatnot. And then you just kind of use it and it doesn't work for them anymore. So it's pretty awesome. We will get into a whole bunch of things hopefully tonight, like we always do. Again, sometimes our conversations they go off into one hell of a tangent somewhere, and then we have to bring ourselves back in because we're laughing about some shit or whatever it is that we're talking about. So, without further ado, let's bring in Red Day and that Mexican Velma, Kaylani, sorry, Morales. Hey, how are you today? How's it going?
Good. How are y'all? Hi. Thank you for having me. Hi, everyone.
Absolutely. Well, we're glad to.
Whoever's watching
Oh
at the
yeah,
moment.
they'll start coming in. Um, yeah, introduce yourself to our. Let us know where if you want to, let us know where you're from, but where they can find you. I didn't realize you were on TikTok, so I didn't get a chance to put your TikTok link in the description, but I got your threads and your Instagram there.
Right. So I'm from Texas. My name is Kaylani Morales. I go by that Mexican Velma, and I talk about politics, things that actually matter. It's not only political, but it's biblical. So
Right.
that's where I
I'm
stand.
glad you said that.
Yeah.
Star Spangled Kyle says, "My friend Mexican Velma." You know Star Spangled Kyle?
Yes, I do. Hi, Kyle. How
Mm,
are you?
yeah. Well, he's actually going to be on the show Monday with us, so that should be
Yeah,
a
he's a cool.
pretty funny show. Him,
I love Kyle. He's cool.
Petty Crocker, and Claire Patriot on Monday night. It should
Oh,
be a
they're awesome
very
too.
it should be a very funny show. I think there's going to be a lot of hooting and hollering going on that show because there's so much shit to
They're
talk about and
awesome.
to laugh about. Um, but again, we appreciate you. Thank you for spending some time with us on a Friday night. You could probably be doing other things more important with your family and stuff like that. So we appreciate you that you've taken time to share your voice with our viewers. And Red Day, how you been, brother? How's your week been?
But aside from the whole Rumble fiasco and everything like that, it's been okay. Really
Yeah, we got to
busy,
get that
and
situated for you. We
we'll
definitely
see.
got to get that situated for you.
I'm
So
honestly,
just so you,
I've reached the point of calmness, saying that if I don't get my Rumble page back,
right,
oh well,
I
start
know,
over
I
just
know
like I always done before.
I know we've talked about it, but it's like it's not even that they kicked you off as some stupid shit about not being able to log in correctly, right, or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, my page is
Yeah,
still there.
yeah. So
I just
yeah,
can't
we
get
got to
into
get
it.
that.
So stupid.
Hopefully square that away for you, man. Um, yeah, that's some bullshit. Hopefully we can get that fixed. And I reached out to a whole bunch of people for you, bro, trying to get you some help, and they all said the same thing. Essentially, whoever Rumble Mario is, I guess he's their head of support at Rumble
Yeah,
on X. And then when people are beating him up on X and hey, this is what's happening, he actually responds. So hopefully he'll respond to you once you get a chance to send a message out to
okay.
him. Whatnot. As for me, my week has been great up until tonight. We almost started late tonight because of my vehicle. I blew a tire out and whatnot.
Yeah,
And fortunately, I was close to home. I just couldn't change the damn thing myself because the bullshit generic jack that they give you for your vehicles was not gonna. I was on an incline, so it was not gonna. It was literally not gonna raise my vehicle up so that I can lift the tire off the street. I had to call roadside assistance and sit there like a little ass waiting for someone to fucking help me, which sucked because I just want it's like I know I can fix this on my own, but I couldn't. I did have a nail in the tire, and I don't know where the hell I caught a nail from. Couldn't tell you, but those things are always on the road. You just never know. Shrooms, it is good to see you. Let me just say what's up to a few people, and then we will get rolling. Star Spangled Kyle, can't wait to have you uh, on the show on Monday night. That is going to be a fantastic show. Shrooms, I saw you, brother. It's good to see you back. I'm glad you come to hang. So, just in case you don't know, on Wednesday, Shrooms signed up. He signed up for a membership. Okay, on the show. It was pretty awesome. Our second member, and I really appreciate it. And any my first members out there that still has not let us know who they are, I just want to let you know we appreciate you too because I didn't realize I had a member who subscribed to the channel going back months, so I absolutely appreciate it. It's good to see you, Jonathan. Mad Day Walker. We all know who Mad Day Walker is. Um, anyway, first topic of the night: Mom Dummy he was in the White House today visiting with Trump, who was actually trolling him in real time. So it was pretty awesome to see. What are your thoughts, Kaylani?
Well, I mean, it was easier said than done. He did tell him to just say yes.
Yeah.
Don't explain, don't give any semantics. Please do not give us a paragraph or a book. Just say yes. Simple. And we all knew that you were going to go ask for money. Nothing's free in this life.
of course.
Yeah. So imagine that, right? Like he was just like, yeah, free this, free that. Literally the day after he got elected, he was asking people for money. He's still asking people for money because his campaign has bills that they got to pay and whatnot. So it's fun to watch. It's almost fun to watch. It's also great to watch Rat Teeth Hochul tell him that she's not going to be paying for free buses and whatnot. In case you guys don't know, the MTA is I want to say semi-private because it's not. They get funding from the state and whatnot. Not just New York, they get funding from New Jersey as well, and I believe Connecticut as well.
Sure.
So they get funding from 3 states. Okay. So
Must be nice.
in order for what's his name, Mom Dummy to freaking do what he wanted to, he has to get like state approval, specifically from Kathy Hochul, but he also has to work with. He would have to work with the governor, well, the new governor coming in. That dipshit. They elected a whole bunch of dipshits in that area.
My
And
question
obviously
is, didn't
the
you say Trump come at me, bro?
oh yeah, something to that effect, right?
And then now you're asking Trump for money?
Yeah, you're
How
cutting in and out,
disrespectful.
Kehlani. Your sound is cutting in and
Oh,
out.
is it now? Okay, do you want me to come back and then come in?
Yeah, if you don't mind, try that.
Um,
That usually
Oh, it
works.
is. It is actually. Okay, let me go ahead and do that. I'll be back.
Um, yeah, sitting in
You
front
know,
of the man. Go ahead, Scott.
I was gonna say I don't understand. I saw the question, but I didn't. I kept having to get or kept switching past it too quickly. What
Right.
was the answer when the reporter came out and asked him? So is Trump still a fascist?
A despot.
How's that?
Say something, Velma. Okay.
Mom Donnie's a dumbass.
So far, so
That's
good.
So far, so
great.
good. We hear you loud and
Awesome.
clear,
All right.
crisp,
Why
fantastic.
are we gonna go ask President Trump for money, Mom Donnie? Is it Mom Donnie?
Mom
My
dummy, I
name
Mamdani.
call him.
is Mom
He's called
Donnie.
yeah,
Anyways,
he's
okay.
called Ma'am Commie. I call him Ma'am Dummy. There's a name for him. His first name to me is Zofran,
Yeah.
Zohan, whatever the hell you want to call it. But yeah, he went down there to go ask for money because the city needs it.
Well, I mean, he
And
said, "Come at me, bro. Where's that energy at?" You
yeah,
said, "A ver, dame, gimme,
and
gimme,
didn't
gimme."
Mhm.
I don't know because I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't he make some comments to the effect that, about ICE coming to New York City?
Well, I
Mhm.
mean, the
He's
peasant
made a
did
lot of
go ask the king
comments.
for assistance.
Yeah.
Because Trump is a king.
Uh,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the peasant
Yeah.
went to go ask.
Yeah.
yeah.
What
Uh
did he do?
I don't.
Uh what is it? A quarter for my porridge or something like that. Just a little
yeah.
Timmy. Oh my gosh, I'm
Alms for the
thinking
poor,
Christmas. Ebenezer
alms
Scrooge.
for the poor. That's what he got. That, it's amazing, right? Because like he talked a good game, but those of us who were actually paying attention and know how things actually run, we knew for a fact that none of that shit's gonna come to be. Um, if he
Sure.
tries any bullshit, okay, anything that goes against what the law says as far as like money that are given to the city and the state, he Trump will absolutely put a fucking nix on it, and he'll be
Oh yeah.
damn the judges that will continue to freaking fight him on it. But he'll do what he has to do.
Right.
General Mills, good to see you, brother. Yeah, didn't the I don't know, did you guys see that the House came together with some Democrats of all things, and they did something on the floor about fucking socialism. I didn't see the whole thing because I was pretty busy.
Yeah.
I
They
didn't get to see
basically
that.
they basically passed a resolution that they would condemn any bills regarding socialism or something. They condemning socialism and
So any bills that come across the on the floor that have democratic socialist ideals to them, they're just gonna nix them.
Hmm.
you know, which I mean if you look at the actual Democrat vote, I don't know exactly the numbers on each side, but it was almost split down the middle,
Really?
voting yes and no. Like the Republicans were pretty much all in on yes, we're condemning it,
Yeah.
but like it wasn't like just a few Democrats voted yes to condemn it. It was like
No,
half of them, like
yeah. No. No.
70,
I
80,
saw it was a
90
significant. Yeah,
voted.
it was
Yeah,
like
so it passed
300.
overwhelmingly.
Yeah, it was 300 plus altogether.
Yeah. Mhm.
That voted to fucking condemn socialism
They're
as it
finally
should be.
accepting that they're wrong,
I don't know if
but
they've
not
actually
saying it, right? Just putting it
accepted
on
that they were
paper.
wrong.
Curious. I
um,
bet you if we do a deep dive where each of those people that voted no versus yes, we'll find the yeses in a lot of like swing areas
yeah,
and the
more
no's in a
purple
lot of deep
places
blue
that can swing
areas,
red.
you know. Mhm.
Correct. And Jonathan's correct. It's a non-binding resolution, so the vote really is just virtual
Yes,
signaling
it's a yeah.
to the American public. Um, but listen, to get half the damn Democrats on the Hill to actually agree to that, that's hilarious to me.
Mhm.
Because, like you said, Scott, they probably got next year's elections. They're probably in some purple spots that may be a little bit light blue,
Mhm.
or maybe a little bit light red actually now and stuff like that. So they're more worried about keeping their asses in the seats that they have.
Especially with all the redistricting going on out there.
Yeah, didn't a judge just like try to shoot down what happened in Texas? I'm sure you're following this, Kaylani,
I
with
don't know
the
about
Texas
Texas.
redistricting.
Yeah, I'm also following that whole Islamic mosques. Like there's like 45, and how they
Yeah,
changed it from Epic City to Meadows, and everybody's so like complicit and they don't care and no, it's not going to happen, and it's coming from the boomers,
yeah.
sadly. And
Well,
they're
most
like,
of the
oh, Texas is
boomers.
never going to turn blue. If we don't be careful,
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
never
I
know. Don't
hope
don't
that
ever
they
take it for
pass that
granted.
whole Sharia law in the United States, like gone, like banned, period, because they did it here in
Yeah,
Texas. But I don't know. I don't know.
I agree with you. That's a very good assessment. Um, but I think the whole, yeah, 40 something mosques in Texas, in the grand scheme of things, it seems like it's only a little bit because how big Texas is, but when you look at the actual map, okay, and how close they are to each other, okay, they're not spread out throughout the
No.
the state of Texas. They're actually very close to one another. So that is, what the Islam has always done, and they're always about conquering stuff like that. They're
Have
a
you seen their
religion born out
houses?
of, yeah, they're a religion born out
They're
of
big.
violence.
They have street names. And I'm like, what? What?
Yeah,
And mind you, I live in like a small town that like you got to travel 2 hours away to at least get somewhere.
right.
Right? I used to travel 2 hours away to get a Starbucks, and I was so excited. Now it's here, thank God. But yeah, that was like, yeah, Starbucks. Wait 2 hours in the car. That was a treat. But yeah, so for me to see that and me seeing how these people, like, for example, in New York for the Macy's parade. I love the Macy's parade. Beautiful. It's been
I
happening
used to
what,
go. I
every
used to
year?
go
It
to it.
happens
I
every year,
used to go
right?
to every. I used to go
What's
to it
gonna
every year as
happen
a kid.
if they need to pray? Are they gonna
They're
stop
gonna interrupt.
everything?
They're gonna interrupt the parade.
They'll interrupt the parade.
They would interrupt the parade just to do it. They wouldn't even need a reason. They
Right.
would interrupt the
And
parade just to
so
make a spectacle.
Correct.
I'm not big on like Myron. I'm not, because he says some dumb stuff. That's just my opinion. But on this part where he's like, they're trying to show like strength like that, I can see it.
Well,
Because
he's
of the
Muslim
fact
too,
that
so he
if they're going to
understands it.
stop the whole
Are you
parade,
talking
what are
about
we
Myron
going
from
to
Fresh and
stop
Fit?
New Year's?
Yeah.
Are we
Oh,
going to stop, I don't know, what's going to happen when they do Pride?
Pride
Right.
is
I'm
a
waiting
big
for
thing in
that
New York
bus.
City.
Right,
I'm
right,
waiting
I'm
for
right.
waiting
that
for
to
that
fucking
to crash into the
yeah.
train.
Yeah, that I'm waiting for that. That is actually very interesting that you brought that up, because
I mean,
every
it's just a
mayor for a
thought,
long time
and since
has
they're
walked in the
practicing
Pride parade.
takia, I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, tequila. We talked about that the other day. I was talking about it on Wednesday with Blondie because she was in Dearborn, Michigan, um, for the march on Tuesday and stuff like that. And our guest canceled on us and turned his back on them, turned his back on his whole movement, essentially, and everything, at a town hall, and was just kind of sucking freaking Muslim cock in Dearborn. And it is
Really?
what it is. People, oh man, bro, just go on X, go to Blondie's page and see. Yeah, or just check out some of the show from Wednesday, man. Blondie went into
Oh,
it deep with us, talking. He did a
yeah.
180, bro. He was literally sitting. Oh, he was at the town hall, and the first thing
Uh,
out of his mouth about Jake Lang and them were that they were anti-American. That's the first thing out of his mouth. He's still running with that. Okay, because he had another post today calling them anti-American and stuff like that, and it was
wait,
just insane.
who are we talking about?
Anthony Hudson, who we were gonna have on the show Monday, and then he changed it
That's
to Wednesday. Yeah,
that's the guy that did a 180.
yeah,
Holy shit!
yeah,
Glad he didn't come on with me on there because I would have had some words.
yeah. He didn't come on. Well, he was supposed to come on Monday, okay, but he told Blondie,
Hmm.
all right, that let's do it Wednesday. So we changed it to Wednesday, right? Because they had the march on Tuesday. And his biggest thing, listen, and I was telling Blondie, I was like, despite all the antics that went on with Jake Lang and Cam Higby and them, and Jake Lang was getting ready to burn a Quran, and like some dude, American dude, grabbed it and he was like, don't do that. I don't respect anybody burning freaking whatever. Just like, we shouldn't burn other
Right.
people's religion. We wouldn't want it done to us. We shouldn't be. I get it. It was the whole freedom of religion thing, whatever.
Hmm.
And what I explained to Blondie was that despite all of those antics, the way Anthony Hudson turned on you, because he walked away. If you look at any of the video footage, he stood away from the people that he went there with because like they kind of got mixed up with like Jake Lang's people and Cam Higby's people and stuff. And Blondie got assaulted, man. She got assaulted while she was there. Okay, the cop fucking didn't do anything, and and this dude is standing to the side the whole time just to stay away from everything. It was just it was unbelievable, man. And then when I heard him in the town hall talking to the mayor of Dearborn and essentially capitulating to them, I was like, holy fuck. And it started off good, right? But then as he went on, first, like again, he started off with, I'm not part of this anti-American group. This is Jake Lang, a J6er, okay, who fucking was in jail for 4 fucking years, okay, the whole time, all right, and stuff like that, for bullshit, okay, anti-American. And I was like, whether you agree with his antics that day,
I'm so
there's nothing
sorry. My dog's
anti-American about Jake Lang. What's that?
no, my
What's
dog's like, it's because she's so attached that
no,
I'm like,
no, it's all right. Let your
bro.
dog. No, it's
She's
okay.
all
Let your
like,
dog pop in.
Mona,
It's
come here.
okay. If we have a furry appearance, it's all right. Not to be confused with people who want to be furries.
Right.
It's fine. But anyway, yeah. So like it was some shit that went down, Scott. That's just so we can get back to again, guys. You see how we go on tangents about shit, but he did a 180, bro, and I think it cost him. I don't think he's gonna get the signatures so that he could run. And even if he does run, he's not gonna get elected for sure. So this guy, Anthony Hudson, Kehlani, was supposed to be on our show. He's running for governor. He's trying to run for governor for the state of Michigan. Had some really good things that he was talking about. I think he's a libertarian. And he did a complete 180 on his people after Tuesday. Star Spangled Cow says only real furries are allowed. Yeah. So he did a
Was
180.
that the march?
Yeah, the march in Dearborn that happened
Yeah,
on Tuesday.
so I understand like when like, oh, you don't want nobody to burn the Quran because I wouldn't want anybody to burn my Bible.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you're going to interpret the Quran as like, oh, I'm gonna do whatever I want and it's okay because my religion says so, I'm sorry,
Oh,
but
that's what
America
the
says
Quran
not
says anyway.
to do that. That's the
That's
whole
what the
point.
Quran says. Well, the Quran says that anyway, right? Like it's why they have taqiyya. It's why again, it's a it's a religion born out of violence and continues to be violent to this day. Okay, including with slave trades and everything. Modern day slave trades going on in North Africa that nobody's talking about. They're wiping out Christians in the
In
country of
Nigeria.
Nigeria. But all these motherfuckers that want to complain about everybody else and stuff like that, nobody's talking about that.
Well, they cry about genocide, but they really don't want to talk about it.
All right.
I really don't get it. At this point, you're like blowing air. That's why
Well,
I'm like, what are you mad at today?
it's true. They're always mad at something. Scott, you were going to say something, brother.
They're more mad. They're more mad about bullshit. Bullshit here. They're rather wax poetic about like something that's absolutely not important here. Um, something that anybody else in the world would probably wish that they died if that was their only problem in life.
Right. Yes,
Uh,
good point, Star Spangled Kyle. They've been slavers since the Barbary pirates. Actually, since before that, they've had a slave trade forever. Okay, the Barbary pirates is just a portion of their history. Okay, slave trade has been with them with Muslims forever. And like I said, to this day, they have a modern day slave trade going on in Northern Africa and whatnot. Nobody fucking talks about that. All right.
Mhm.
We had 4 fucking crusades, okay, to push them back out of Europe, all right, because, again, it's all based on conquering. It is in their, it's been read to us. There's enough footage of people reading it, okay, to tell you, all right, what it says and stuff like that. Even when they're arguing against other Muslims and then, they stay shut because it's like, doesn't this say this? Doesn't this say that? Doesn't this say this? And then they can't say anything back because that's what it says, right? So it's like essentially we have to all die if we do not believe in Allah.
Right.
Essentially, what it is, we're all fucking infidels to them, all right? And we still a very Christian country, and it's gonna come to a head. It's not gonna be a very nice head that it comes to too, and you know I worry about that because I mean I know what side I'm on, but like I worry about that because for me personally, so as a combat veteran, and actually seeing, what happens with freaking destruction. I don't want to see that in my country, but I'm telling you, if we don't start paying attention to what's going on, all right, they are doing it silently. Something like they've gotten elected to 40 something seats. Am I right with that, Scott? It's 40 something seats across the country, different positions that they've gotten elected to this last election.
Well, yeah, not all necessarily like in Congress.
Right, right. No, I'm talking about
A lot of
seats,
them in,
just political
yeah. Oh,
seats.
yeah, like mayor positions, city councils. Yeah, they're growing every year. They grow.
Yeah.
Um, even in, I mean, most of them is where you would expect to see them. They're not like
Right.
in every. They're not, even Florida only had like a couple.
Right.
Whatever. But I was actually the only state that really shocked me was Texas. I was just like, I was
Yeah.
surprised there were
We're
so
about to
many in
get back
Texas.
to that now. See, we're
Like
roping
Michigan,
right
I
back
wasn't
into it.
surprised. Minnesota,
Yeah.
not surprised. New York, not surprised. New Jersey.
Yeah.
I think Virginia had quite a few.
Yeah.
Um,
Virginia, their lieutenant governor.
yeah,
Or is it no,
I
not their
think in
lieutenant governor.
Mississippi
I think
too,
it's
if I'm not mistaken, they wanted to
yeah, the
vote on
lieutenant governor.
something. They
I think
were,
you're right.
I saw some videos from
might have
them
had one or
happy
two.
about it.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
Kaylani, I think you're right.
Something about
Is
Mississippi, and I was just like, oh my gosh, Mississippi.
is it yeah, it's their
For
lieutenant
real?
governor is a Muslim.
Who was that girl? Oh my gosh, I saw another video of a puppet being like, oh, is it Umar? Imar? Omar?
Ilan
Elon,
Omar, the
Ila
Somali
Omar. Ila
to
Omar,
Somali princess.
is it true that you got married to your brother? Right out loud of everybody. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. But anyways, I know
But
that
she
at
did.
that time she
true.
was aiding and abetting her people, and she's still doing it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you know about her family history in
And
Somalia?
do you know about the real truth about her? Because she's not even a refugee. She's not.
Go
No,
ahead,
I
Scott.
really,
You want to tell?
honestly, I
Scott.
really
You want to
like
tell
No, no,
after
go
her?
I
ahead,
heard
Scott.
that, I was like,
No, no, go
oh,
ahead, Scott. Go ahead,
I
Scott. You
think that's
started
one of
on
the
that.
video. I think that's one of the videos I lost on my old page.
Hang on.
No, she came. She was run out of Somalia. Her family
Her
was one of
family.
those like. Her family was like a dictatorship, and they were like
Here.
overthrown. They
oh,
fled to the U.S. because they were going to be they were going to be
Mm,
destroyed, murdered,
polit-
and
political asylum is
they
what they were
somehow
given.
got political asylum here. But she comes from money, she comes from wealth, she comes from savagery. Like her family has killed many people out of
Hmm.
trying to keep it. Basically, think of like a Fidel Castro, that type of a person,
Yes.
or Maduro, basically
Yeah.
using violence to stay in power. That was her family in Somalia, and that's who's here trying to and but here she plays she plays the role of the pauper saying, oh, I fled for a better life here, even though the other side of her mouth she talks about how the US sucks. you know
she's
she's
ungrateful.
entitled.
Yeah.
um
My question is, why haven't we deported her?
It's
I,
political asylum. Political asylum. That
Right, right,
once you
right.
give
But she's
somebody
doing
I don't
things that are unlawful, and I know that
once
for a
here's
fact. If
here's
she
the
got
hook.
political asylum, that could literally be reversed if
It,
like
it is
people,
that could be. I can you're absolutely
I,
100%. I
I
don't
think she's
disagree
right.
with that.
something like that,
Yeah, I
something
think
has to
you're
happen.
100% correct. Okay, but once that is the problem with our whole overall immigration system, okay, because that's included into that political asylum, refugees, and all that other stuff and everything. Obviously, what we saw over the last 4 years of just a complete open border and people doing whatever they want, okay. Um, her violating our state laws and state laws and marrying her brother to help with citizenship and stuff like that.
Hmm.
These are all things that like should be taken care of, right? And it's annoying. It's very annoying that it hasn't been done. Right. Again, there's someone else. I don't know where it was. North Carolina. Scott's been posting about it. Illegal immigrant, okay, is on a fucking city council seat or some shit in North Carolina. And he's out there touting it. And why ICE
Charlotte.
hasn't fucking just rolled through there and picked him up along with everybody else, I don't know yet. I just want to know who gives a shit that he was elected to a position. If he's illegal, he doesn't belong
what
here.
about
Right?
what about the head of the school board in Iowa? Wasn't he also
Yes.
illegal?
Yes.
The head
100% correct.
of the Iowa school board. And you want to hear something funny, Kaylani? The guy, you know that the the guy that was running for mayor of Minneapolis,
Yeah,
the
fucking
Muslim guy,
the
The one that
pirate
looks
guy,
like he's
the
possessed,
pirate guy.
because
He's
I'm
like,
pretty
I'm the
sure he
captain
is.
the
now.
Like,
pirate guy.
Yeah, the
does he
pirate
look
guy. I'm the
He
possessed?
captain
actually
The
now.
small
lost.
one, the skinny one, the one
Yeah,
that's like,
Yeah.
the skinny one.
The
But
skinny one.
be careful. To
That's what we
call
used
him
to call
skinny
it.
is actually is
I'm so
actually a
sorry for making
derogatory
faces, but
term.
yeah,
That's
that
actually
one.
who gives
Right.
a shit? Call him a skinny all you want.
I'm just saying, calling
I
them
know,
skinnies.
and
Um,
that comes from
No,
the
he's
U.S.
like this all the
military
time,
calling
like
them
with a little
skinnies.
flag.
but
Somalia,
he was running against
Somalia.
Frey, who was the incumbent,
I'm sorry.
the incumbent Democrat. He lost to him. You know why he lost to him? Did you hear about that?
No, I did not.
Because there is a feud going on back in Somalia, and there's a significant portion of the people that are against his faction back in Somalia that they didn't vote for him. That's the type of politics that are actually alive here in the
Hold
US.
on. Why does Somalia have to care about our politics? Let Somalia
That's
care about
just
Somalia.
that's the
Just because
question, right?
You know
his
what? This
clan
actually,
back in
this is
Somalia
very,
is against this other clan, and a lot of
Yep.
that other clan is living in Minneapolis and said, "Fuck you."
Fuck you. Yeah, they just said fuck him.
They said they
Hi,
refused to
Blondie.
vote
Good to
for
see
him.
you,
So
honey.
Frey won.
well,
Yeah,
I
So
mean,
stupid. It's crazy. I mean, I'm glad he didn't win. I mean, Frey's no
yeah.
great. He's not a prize either, but he's probably the lesser of two evils.
That is for 100% correct. A lesser of two evils. So, Kaylani, Texas. We talked about that earlier with the map and showed all like the 40 something mosques. And again, it's not that they're spread out throughout Texas. They're actually very central, okay, to one another and stuff like that. And that's by design.
have you seen the
So
inside of these mosques?
I have not, but
No,
I want you to get in whatever you've covered, please cover it with our viewers.
The mosques look good. Like they look like the top of the line, like clean. And I'm just like, it'd be different if I would actually like go to like where it's at just to like walk
To
around.
beep it.
But then again, oh wait, I don't have to cover myself. I'll be good. Well, no, I will cover myself. Right, right. I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking like, well, I don't want to get beat or touched. So, but it's banned here, so I don't know how they would see me as, would they see me as weird? Just like this. I'm just joking. I'm not gonna go. It's a hypothetical. Because
I know that.
people will be like, "Oh my gosh, she's going!"
Yeah, I know
And then the
that
story.
Greg Abbott signed into law the whole Sharia law thing. Is that recently? I feel like that's gone back and forth. And
September,
is there a reason?
I
September,
don't know
late
about
September,
Sharia, but they just declared the Muslim
or
Brotherhood
October.
and another
Yes.
group.
I think so.
I can't think of. There
Somewhere
was
around
two
there.
groups he declared terrorist groups in the
Right.
state of Texas, which he's already been sued by. I think he got sued by CARE today.
Hmm.
Uh, you know, following that proclamation or whatever.
Hmm.
It's gonna be an ugly fight in Texas, that's for sure.
Yeah, but it's a fight that needs to be done, right? Like, listen,
Oh
Yeah.
well,
there are enough Christians and enough red-blooded Texans in Texas that this fight has to be had. But my worry with Texas is there is significant, okay, amount of rhinos in fucking Texas, and that scares me. All right. And Blondie says he labeled CARE a terrorist organization. Yes, he did. You're absolutely
mhm,
correct. That's right. That was the other
yep.
group, CARE. And
CARE and the
I've always
Muslim
said that they
Brotherhood.
were anyway because they're tied at the hip with the Muslim Brotherhood back in the day, the PLO and all that other stuff, and stuff like that. So you know, um, I don't know, man. Texas has got a fight on their hand, but it's not just a Texas fight, fam. This is an American fight, okay? Because if you're looking at what's going on in Texas and stuff like that, it's easily spread, okay, from a place. If they can get a foothold in Texas, it'll spread everywhere else faster.
Mhm.
Okay, they already got a foothold in Michigan. All right. And to Blondie's point, she pointed it out in the chat. She said Anthony Hudson was just paid off by Care Michigan. Did they give him how did they pay him off though, Blondie? You gotta zero in on that. Or is that just like they gave him a campaign fucking, because I know he was kind of sucking Care
Maybe.
dick the other day and stuff like that. So maybe they gave him like a massive campaign contribution. It wouldn't surprise me. By the way, these people are not gonna vote for him. You know that, right?
Well, the
She's still
Muslims will vote
investigating
for
him.
him.
Huh?
Muslims will vote for him,
I don't think they
and
will.
the Christians will vote for him. Not now. I mean, he had a chance before because he
Yeah.
was standing up. He was standing against them.
Yeah.
Not now.
Yeah. I think he's lost. I told Blondie, and Blondie agreed. We
That's
were talking on
crazy.
Wednesday. I think he shot himself in the foot, and his campaign is going to go right in the shitter. But
I
a
don't think
quick
he
topic.
shot, but I don't think he did it like thinking that it was a good strategy. I'm sure it was just about the money.
Yeah, could be, could be. Did you see what they
A
did to
lot of
his
them
van?
don't have principles.
Shouldn't be
What's
about
that?
the money,
Yeah,
especially like
It
where you're
shouldn't.
gonna
I'm just
lose your
saying it
state.
is.
yeah,
You want to know how
yeah.
much about the money it is? Look at every time the Trump administration tries to cut funding to wasteful programs and just look at the amount of screaming that's done by
Ree,
sometimes the
ree.
Democrats and the Republicans. Usually it's just the
Yes,
Democrats, but sometimes it's both sides, just
Well, I
people
don't
just
know, but I'm
screaming.
not cool with the
It
cannibalism, and I'm
certainly is
also
about
not
the
cool with the
money.
Democrats saying we're gonna use this as leverage.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, look at the
yeah.
look at the school. Look how easy it's been to get schools, companies to give up their ESG, to give up their DEI, because they're not getting funded for it anymore.
Yeah, the minute the
Oh,
money went away.
okay. So there's the
Yeah,
money's. Oh wait. Oh well, we don't want to do. We don't even want to do DEI anymore. So if we'll just get rid of it, okay.
bro.
It's just like
It,
that. How many
it's so
hospitals have decided we're not going to do any more trans surgeries on minors? Why? Because we're going to lose funding. We're going to,
yep.
oh, okay. We'll just stop doing it. It's just like that. Literally just like that.
Yeah, yeah. It's just that simple. Well, and we'll come back to this, but I don't know if you guys saw this. All right, let's bring it in really quick. And it says
It's
MTG
crazy.
is going to resign on January 5th after the fallout with Trump. Republican, this is from, by the way, this is from CNBC. And thanks, Jonathan, for dropping this in the chat. Republican Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia announced that she will resign her seat in the House of Representatives effective January 5th. Greene's announcement in a video and statement posted on X came after a dramatic break with President Trump. Here we go. We're gonna watch her in her words as she has been fucking sucking the leftist cock recently. So here we go.
Hi, everyone. I've always represented the common American man and woman as a member of the House of Representatives, which is why I've always been despised in Washington, D.C., and just never fit in. Americans are used by the political industrial complex of both political parties, election cycle after election cycle, in order to elect whichever side can convince Americans to hate the other side more. And the results are always the same. No matter which way the political pendulum swings, Republican or Democrat, nothing ever gets better for the common American man or woman. The debt goes high.
Pause that for a second and come back. Okay. Because, you know, she's again leading with the truth, right? Because this is what they do. They always lead with facts because you got to start with some facts. And then I'm pretty sure as we keep going on, we're going to get into the bullshit. I don't know what you guys think about the, what do you call it, dust up between her and Trump. I think what happened was, and from my research is Trump reached out to her, sent her a poll of what it looked like for her because she has Senate aspirations in the state of Georgia. The poll showed that she was going to get absolutely crushed. She's not liked anywhere in Georgia outside of her district. Okay, that is the reality,
Yeah.
right? That is a reality. Okay, she has done some good things. Can't say that she hasn't, but I think she kind of fucked herself with just the base in general, going on the apology tour on liberal institutions. She went to the Pigeon of the Coop first of all places. The Pigeon of the Coop, the pigeons of the coop. She was hanging with them. Okay. And then shortly after that, talking about, sorry about my toxic fucking whatever and all that other bullshit. Essentially calling us toxic. That's what she did, right? She called the base toxic, is what she's done. All right.
You know what
And
she had
I
the
think
nerve to
she's fucked.
say?
Go ahead, man.
I think I mentioned it last week I mentioned it. She had the nerve to say that now, just in the last week, I felt so much hatred. I really know what it's like to be a victim now. I'm like, dude, you've been on the Trump train for the
I
last
know.
several years.
I
You've
know.
been
She
attacked
led
in
with
public.
nobody in DC likes me. Okay.
Yeah, but she's been just the fact that you've even semi-aligned with Trump the last
Right,
like
but she's
5 or
leading
6
with
years.
emotions first instead of leading with the
Crazy.
facts. Then hit him with the
Exactly.
emotions if you're gonna do that. I mean,
Yeah.
hello. I mean, this is the thing. We get thrown so many things every day that now it's a callous. Ma'am, you've been up there for so long.
Who was it?
Shouldn't you
It was
be
Swalwell.
thick-skinned at this
Wasn't
point?
Swalwell the one that invited her to the Democrat Party?
I think he
Somebody
has.
did this week.
Someone says that he's going to be running for governor. I think I saw a thing that he's actually going to be running for governor in fucking California.
Swalwell? Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
declared today. He
Did he?
declared
Okay. I
California. He
read it.
won't.
I
He
saw
won't
an
win in
article.
California.
No.
He
Well,
won't win in California. I don't think
but
so.
I tell you what it will do, okay, is it'll break it up between him and that fucking that chucklehead, that chick that's like a maniac, okay, who's running on the
Por-
Democrat side as well.
Porter.
Porter. Yeah, Porter John. Yeah, whatever her name is.
No, I was thinking AOC. Sorry. Which one?
She seems more smarter every time we hear fucking Yasmin Crockett talk and stuff like that. She just seems
Yeah.
more fucking smarter, even though she's a dumbass herself too. But MTG, okay, I think she could not, okay, take what Trump told her. He had his people do internal polls. Oh, Automom 31, thanks for the follow. We absolutely appreciate you coming to hang with us and stuff like that. If you're in here in the chat, please say what's up to us. We'd like to know a little bit more about you. But I think she couldn't take that. All right. She got pissed off that he was actually trying to be a friend to her. Okay, say, hey, this is not looking good for you. All right. And she probably could have done other things, right? Like she could have, who knows? Probably could have ended up fucking at the White House doing something, right? Who knows? Okay, or
She
just
could
in
have
the
been in the
administration
Vance
somewhere.
administration
Yes,
easily.
Y-
Something.
something, right? Like who
If
know?
she
Even
told
if
the
it's
line,
not,
she couldn't toe the line.
yeah, she couldn't toe the line because, like,
Right.
she got in her feelings. Okay, the feminazi came out of her. All right, and then now we see videos resurfacing of her talking about fucking the mass freaking, immigration issue and how ICE is picking them up and how it's hurting her job. So what you just told everybody at that podcast is that you hire illegal aliens to keep
I'm
costs
sorry,
down
what?
for your fucking company.
She said what?
She has a construction company.
Okay.
Okay.
Her family.
So
Yeah.
her family has a construction company and they hire essentially illegal aliens. All right. And she outed herself on a podcast about, she's like, we got to do this more humanely and all this other bullshit. And
But
by the
she's a
way, that wasn't
She
a
got
recent
called out.
podcast. And
Oh yeah, she got called out for it,
and it
and it
has
was like, oh,
resurfaced
so it
now.
really does affect you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
and does she at least pay her taxes or so? I mean, I hope so.
It is about the cheap labor, right? Because if you don't have to pay
We'll see.
American wages, you pay
Better
slave
pay him,
wages to
Blondie.
the fucking to these men and women that are mainly men working for you at your construction company. You know what else came back because she's been a
Yes.
fucking twit lately? Her fucking affair with her tantric sex dude. Okay, that popped back up too. So I'm telling you.
What? I did not know
Yeah.
about that.
I
This
I
is
didn't know
news to
about
me
that.
about that part.
Yes.
Oh, we're spilling the cheese mate tonight, Kaylani.
El
Yeah.
chisme está bueno. El
Yeah.
chisme está bueno.
It's all queso tonight, mama.
The chisme is good.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know
Yeah.
about that. That's interesting to me.
Yes. That shit has popped back up too. Her fucking affair with her tantric sex dude. Do you know what tantric sex is?
I know what a lot of things are.
Okay. Yeah. Just like, so that shit had
I'm
me
just
laughing.
surprised. I mean, I'm not, judging. I'm just surprised that things like, like it's because
Yeah. Actually, though, but should we really be surprised?
she kind of messed up. Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
where.
Yeah. Should we really be surprised with these fucks? Like we're constantly telling people on this show, okay, to do your due diligence. And when shit doesn't work out, especially in places like the it's not even just the House of Representatives. There are a lot of positions, even in your states, that are only 2-year positions. Okay. When they are not doing what they're supposed to, bounce their ass. Part of the problem that these people, we keep reelecting these dipshits, okay, and once they become incumbents, it's hard to get rid of them, and they're not doing what it is that they said that they were going to do. Right? They're not working for their constituents, and because we're not keeping them, their feet to the fire, is why all the bullshit continues to happen to us. It is really, we can complain about the government all we want, but in the end, it's really up to us, okay, to fucking hold people's feet to the fire and change shit as needed. All right, because if we keep if we bounce one person after the other and continue to do that, at some point someone's gonna be like, if I don't do what my constituents freaking are asking me to do, the three people before me that they bounced, okay, I'm gonna be just along with them on the fucking unemployment line. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like they need to understand that, like, and we used to do that. We haven't done that in a long time. Yes, Blaze Blondie, MTG has made a shit ton of money in stocks as well. She's worth millions as well. All of them, right? Like, and she's talked about freaking insider trading and everything.
Could she have taken
Star
advantage of the
Spangled Kyle says,
administration? I mean, I get
like,
it, nobody's perfect, but I don't know, like all of a sudden you're gonna switch.
Well,
yeah,
what?
it's
Well,
true.
let me ask this though. What's the situation in Georgia though? Is it if she's doing it in January? Was she up for a midterm election next year?
I believe she was in 2026. I believe she was.
So are they gonna? Is the governor? I don't even know who the governor of Georgia is.
So from what I
Um,
understand, well, from what I
they gonna
understand for the
replace her?
House, yep, no, from what I understand for the House, you have to do a special election. For the Senate, you can replace someone.
Depends on
That's how I think it
who's a
works.
good person to replace her. Then I don't know I don't know
Who
anything about her
knows, man?
district, but
Yeah,
I mean that district is now vulnerable at this point.
very vulnerable. Yeah, because of that. Again,
Unless they find
it's
somebody good, the
because,
Democrats are going to definitely go in hard to
oh,
try to
absolutely, they're gonna try to take her
try to
district.
steal it.
100%. You're 100%. Kyle says, Star Spangled Kyle says, now y'all got me looking up tantric yoga. Uh, uh, doesn't always require a partner. Oh shit. Again, it's just I know it's tantric yoga. It's actually tantric yoga, not tantric sex, but I was just like I was I was just being facetious and calling it tantric sex. Uh, it's true. It's true. He's gonna start seeing ads on it for for weeks now on IG for tantric yoga.
Yeah,
But
it's going to
again,
start popping up.
these are all the things that are popping up with her now. Okay,
Oh
because of
wow.
that. All right, because of that, they're
What a
all
year
popping up.
this has been. I mean,
Right?
did anybody have this on their bingo card
Not
at
even
the beginning of
remotely.
2025 that MTG was like no longer going to be like not just in Congress by the following year, but just like completely like estranged from Trump.
Right.
She was like one of his biggest supporters. Like, well, especially while he was out, like his abs. Remember, she didn't come into Congress until 2020 when he was gone.
Yeah.
So while he was gone, she was one of the loudest voices for Trump while he was out.
Right, but
Right.
she chose to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, it's
So
just
like
now was it all an act is the question. Was she doing it for points with somebody or some with MAGA or something like that?
right.
What she did.
Star Spangled Kyle says it was
Oh
on my
my
tantric
goodness.
bingo card.
Oh my goodness,
Tantric
Kyle.
bingo card.
Oh man, Monday's
I
gonna be a real funny night. Holy shit.
Kyle,
oh my
Um,
god.
I don't know,
he's so
man.
funny.
Scott, was it all a fucking, was it all a grift, right? Now it just seems like just all a
Maybe,
grift. Okay, because now,
maybe.
like I said, the feminazis popped out of her. She's upset. Her ego's hurt. Okay. Um,
Yeah.
again, it's not like she hasn't tried to do good work on the Hill. Can't say she hasn't. She has, right?
She
But
tried.
it's she's in a bad place right now, and I don't think she realizes that the base is not going to have her, especially because she's gone on an apology tour. That just fucking killed it all for everybody. They're like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
And the herd of goats that came in on, you could ride them motherfuckers right off the cliff, straight back to hell.
Hmm.
It's just
That's
sad, but it
right.
is what it is. What are you gonna do with these fuckers? On a good note, okay. I don't know if you guys saw this. This actually popped up in my stuff. Okay, it's actually Miss Universe of all things.
Mexico, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
How about that?
It says triumph at Miss Universe 2025. Fatima Bosch, the devout Mexican Catholic, wins the crown and celebrates by making the sign of the cross, raising high the pride of Hispanic Catholic women. God bless her. Hours before the Miss Universe 2025 final, 25-year-old Fatima Bosch, a devout Catholic from Tabasco, Mexico, shared a photo on her social media of her dressing room decorated with an image of Our Lady of Guadalupe, made of sequins, accompanied by a rosary and the Mexican flag. It's today, Miss Universe, she wrote on X, publicly entrusting herself to the Virgin Mary as a symbol of her unwavering faith. I think that's pretty dope. Because like she's everything I've read about her, she is pretty devout. Okay, and like she's like the real deal.
Mhm.
Jonathan, you're right. She did going back to MTG. She did kill her career, but Fatima, I was very happy to hear about that. Right, because the Miss Universe fucking thing has been very woke for a very long time.
Not only that, but the thing that she suffered at the hands of the guy that was doing the whole thing. He literally put her
Oh,
out on blast.
explain,
And
explain,
yeah,
explain. You have to explain.
Was she the one that he kind of insulted in front of
he
everybody?
did. He did. He did. They're in
Oh,
Thailand, and
Oh,
he
that
he
was her?
insulted her, and everybody walked out
Wow. That
because
was her. I
he
didn't
wow.
realize
disrespected
that.
her. And good for
I
them.
I didn't know. So
Hmm.
can you go a little deeper on that? I didn't realize that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
Go a
Well,
little.
me? I don't know. I just know
No,
that I
no,
don't
no.
I don't know what was said. Mickey, I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
what was said, but
Um,
was
something
he telling her
about
to shut up? He was telling her to shut up at one point, like be quiet when she was trying to talk, right?
something about I believe somebody told her to not listen or something like that. And
Mm.
he ended up getting angry and then called her out in front of everybody.
Hmm.
You don't do that.
And was this
You you
live,
you
like on
pull you
a?
pull her to the side and you
On
talk to
video.
her.
It
Yeah,
was
it
it
is.
was it like live,
Here,
like while they were asking questions, or was it like something off to the side?
No, it was
I'll
in
send you
front
the
of
link.
everybody. He did not care. He did
Holy
not
shit!
care. He literally had everybody sitting down and they thought it was disrespectful. They all got up and he was like, y'all need to sit down. La, 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 la," and nobody listened. Who's gonna
It
listen to you if
well.
you're screaming like that?
Oh, I'm glad they had her back essentially, and was realized that whatever he did was fucking stupid and obnoxious,
Yeah.
and walked out on his punk ass. Like that's how you got to treat these motherfuckers. So Otomom says she got everybody to walk out with her. Only caught a little bit of it on ET tonight. Yeah, that's. I'm just happy. Happy for her, stuff like that. Being devout like she is and stuff like that. The little bit that I know from the reading that I did was that she's very in tune with Christ, and that to me is very, very important. Hang on. I think Scott just shared a video, so we are going to bring
I
that up.
did. It was just a video of Kaylani when she was eating a peanut butter sandwich a few weeks ago.
Please tell me that this is the video of them, everybody walking out on her, walking
It
out on
is,
that dipshit.
I want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich now.
Who doesn't like peanut butter and
I
jelly
would love a
sandwich? I
peanut butter and jelly
freaking
sandwich
love
right now.
peanut butter and jelly
Freaks?
sandwiches.
I don't know.
Like I actually like strawberry preserves a little bit better, or strawberry jam, but like I'll eat grape jelly in a heartbeat.
Wait, am I the only person left in the world that still would throw some fluff on there?
I don't put fluff, but I don't mind it, by the way. Fluff is not bad
That
on a
was that
PBJ.
was the I don't drink I don't eat it now because I would probably go into shock. But when you're a kid, a peanut butter jelly and fluff sandwich, dude, you didn't even need to eat for like the rest of the day.
What's fluff?
Wow.
Is that like the marshmallow thing?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, the
kind of like
marshmallow spread, it was like white. You just put that on top of oh no, don't knock it. Put it on peanut butter
I've
and
never done
jelly.
that.
Mama Mas. Good to
My
see you,
mom
honey.
didn't tell me. Let me at all
Um,
have that. Yes,
all right, we're gonna play this video that
I wasn't
Scott dropped
allowed.
on us. This is from the Independent.
No, no, not about you. Not about you. Not about you.
It's not about me. It's about all the people that I represent.
I didn't give you opportunity to talk. Please keep polite for me. I still talking. I
Who's this
still
fucking
talking.
G
Listen,
King fuck?
I still keep talking to everybody. Why you stand up to talk to me?
Because I have a voice and it's not for everybody to know. If you have a problem,
No, you have a voice, but you have to respect. The voice.
you are not respecting
What? Mama, why you stand up?
Because I have
Where's the gun? Security.
Security. That is the gayest
Not
shit that I heard.
security.
Fucking
Security.
gay as fuck.
Security.
Security.
Security. No,
But the actual fuck.
that was rude.
Wait, I want to see
She
the camera.
stand. She stand and she talk by
They're all
herself.
gonna walk out. They're gonna get up in solidarity.
Wait a minute, because like I gotta stop it so we don't get copyrighted. Hold on. Did you hear that fucking security?
Security.
Security. Dude,
Security.
that was the fucking like
We have a
It sounds
complicated
easy.
order. Oh my gosh,
Yo,
Bunqueequee. Bunqueequee's on my head right now.
oh my god.
He sounds like
Holy
Chow
Welcome to
from The
King
Hangover.
Burger. Well, you
Sounds
can
like
have it
Chow
your
from The
way, but don't
Hangover.
go crazy. I still remember that.
All right, let's finish this video. I fucking can't. What a fucking, oh my god, what a fucking, this cock gobbler. Holy shit.
Respect. They need to have respect for us. I'm here representing a country, and it's not my fault that you have problems with my organization.
No. Listen. You must listen to me, and then when I ask you,
This is a show. This is the wrong place.
Stop.
It's like, stop, please.
Security. ปิดประตู
Very good.
Stop.
I'm glad they all fucking told him to go jump back on that chupacabra. He
Sit down.
rode in and fucking ride that bitch back off somewhere.
If anyone want continue the contest, sit down. If you
Who
step
was he
out,
though? Is he just like a coordinator?
I don't
the
know who the
rest of
fuck
the
he
girls
is.
continue.
Security,
Yeah.
security.
They all got up and walked out. They didn't stop. They all got up and walked out.
Holy fuck. You can't make this shit up if you try. Like, that was the funniest shit. Security,
so-
security.
So now though that she won though, was it just politics now? Did they just do that because of what happened to her?
Who knows?
Did
Who
they
knows?
just
You
let her
never know,
win?
man. You never know, man. You just never know with these things, right? Like, people are just like, oh shit.
Because that was
we
really embarrassing. She probably has a
Yeah,
case.
we-
She could probably sue them afterwards.
Probably. It's probably we really embarrassed ourselves. So let's and she was involved, and we all look like dipshits, the dipshits that we are. So let's just give her.
That was
who
very
knows, man?
disrespectful.
Yeah, he was very
Oh no, it
disrespectful to
definitely
her.
was horrible. But I didn't realize that was the same one that won. That's crazy.
Well,
Well,
if
it was really
hers,
good to see
then
that the.
congratulations. That's
It was
just, it
really
is
good
what
to
it
see the
is.
other ladies. Yeah, it was good to see the other ladies like support her and just like fuck you, get back on that chupacabra you rode in on, turn that bitch around, ride it off into the Grand Canyon, straight back to hell.
Right.
So it's good to see. I'm glad that the people had her back, because it's very, very catty with that pageant shit. Okay, very, very catty amongst each other.
Well, it's
Um,
very simple. If he treated them like that, then everybody else is gonna get treated like that. It just shows me that some of the ladies can think for themselves,
right,
and that's good. Because if you
right.
can't think for yourself, then I don't know, man. Some's not okay.
Well, they had to not only just think for themselves, but they had the courage to just stand up and be like, you know what? What are they going to do if we all walk out?
Right.
Nothing.
Exactly what happened. Did he, when he had the nerve to tell them, anybody that wants to stay in the competition, sit back down. Who the fuck does he think he is?
Right. It's true.
They're like, fine, we'll all walk out and you won't have a pageant. You
Right.
can explain to the sponsors why all your women walked out of your pageant.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm glad
If
they
they
had
had, that
her
would have
back.
been the end of the pageant. That wouldn't have happened. That would have probably never happened again.
Well, we can say
Yeah.
that's real feminism right there. Those are
Yeah,
real feminists.
actual
'Cause they
feminism, not the
actually-
feminazi and shit. Yeah.
Right. Instead of doing the crazy stuff that they do now.
Yeah, well, it's not really nothing feminist about the shit that goes on.
Nope.
And Mama Mas, you're absolutely correct. She says those pageants are meat market preps. That is how they are treated. Yeah, they are treated like shit. A lot of times. I mean, the horror stories that have coming out of them for decades now. Shit. It starts with like I know you guys have seen the child freaking exploitation with those pageants and stuff. That shit drives me crazy. With these moms that bring their daughters and stuff like that and just exploit the shit out of them and just run them into the dirt at a young age.
Oh,
It's
when they
sad
used
to
to
see
have
and
toddlers and
infuriating.
tiaras on TLC.
Yeah, I remember
Oh,
that.
who's that girl? Honey
Uh,
Boo Boo.
Honey
Y'all
Boo Boo.
remember Honey Boo Boo Child?
Yeah.
Oh
I
Lord,
remember, yeah.
her mother. Mm-mm.
Didn't her
Mama
mother end up
June,
with her own
hot to
show
not,
too?
and then she literally she took everything from Alana. Like that lady is
Yeah.
something else. Something else, man.
Well, it's parents living vicariously through their children, right? It's the same thing with this whole transformer thing that's been going on with these fucking white crazy liberal women that go along with this shit and they have their little girls have mastectomies at fucking 13, okay, and their boys they freaking pumping them full of puberty blockers, boys because they always wanted a daughter, and with their girls they always wanted a son, and also they want to be Insta and TikTok famous because look at me, I'm the cool parent. My kid is trans because like I've indoctrinated them and brainwashed them into thinking. And then if you see the looks on some of these kids, like even like early on before all the shit like kind of seeps into them and sticks, okay, with them, you can see that they're just like, it's very cringy and stuff like that. It's sad to see. Uh,
Well, I mean, you can see the kids transforming not only physically, but also spiritually.
yeah,
And the thing here is that the devil hates children.
yeah.
Not only that, but if they can get to the mom, even better. And that's who's like, sadly, I don't know if well, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen. Um, I think it was a mom that transitioned into a guy, and then the little boy transitioned to a little girl, if I'm not
That I have not
mistaken. And
seen.
then they're like, "Oh
Explain.
yeah, look, we
God,
transitioned, woohoo!" And I'm like, "What are you doing? If you have a
I see
mental
that
illness,
story.
accept yourself, but
Well,
like,
I
don't
mean,
drag your child
there's
into your delusion."
Yeah, there's no such thing really as transition. They are what they are. It's what God made them. They're stuck that way. They may think that in their brains and in their heads and their fucked up ideology and their fucked up way of thought that they're a man or a woman, but they're not. Okay. They're still running. It's just mutilation. That's all. Or if
Right.
they don't mutilate themselves, okay, they're still what they are and they're wearing freaking straps on their chest to make them look like a man and whatever they want to do, or as dudes tucking with the Target underwear so you can wear a fucking trans freaking G string or whatever thong that Target makes for
Well, actually,
tranny dudes.
Target's losing money because
They have
they
been
stopped
actually.
that DEI stuff, so their sales went down. But I mean, Target
Uh,
has good stuff.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But again,
Then you get into
that
Procter
is
and
that is
Gamble, all
short
that
term
stuff.
though, right? Like that's short
Right.
term. All right, so the weirdos are gonna stop fucking shopping there. The real people will go back that walked away because they lost billions of dollars for a very long time. Okay, over the fucking alphabet mob shit that they've been doing
Right.
for years. Okay, so they lost way more money with that than the short term of that alphabet mob not shopping there anymore. All right, and then if they go back to some normalcy, they'll get people back there again, right? Because Target isn't just about getting, a fishing rod, okay? In many of the Targets, you're getting groceries and stuff like that too.
Right.
Yep,
So it'll come
it's
back.
crazy.
Yeah, it'll come back. I just again, it goes back to the
Did
DI
you?
shit. Even go ahead, Scott. What were you gonna say, bro?
I'm sorry. Did you happen to see one of the lives that Luna Lopez did today?
I did not.
Mm-mm.
If any of you out there follow, or if you don't follow her, go follow her on Instagram, Real Luna Lopez. She was our guest on Monday. That was the second time she had been on with us, and she has her own podcast. And I didn't know this about her, but she was bawling her eyes out on the live she did today. And she posted it on her page because she has a 19-year-old daughter
Mm.
who has transitioned
Oh.
and is her own family is hiding her from her.
Hmm.
Like they won't like she basically, I don't know all the details. I'm just paraphrasing like something, but she basically like ran away, and now her own family is trying to hide her, the daughter, from Luna, the mom,
Right.
because they know Luna doesn't approve of it. So they're hiding her away from her. They won't let her have any contact with her own daughter. I don't know where she's, somewhere in Georgia. Um, and she's lost her daughter. Her daughter has
That's so sad.
I don't know if he's gone through the whole surgery, the whole rigmarole, if she's just like, dressing differently or whatever, I don't
Right.
know what level of nonsense poor kid went through, but she's an adult now. She can't like go, say she's a missing person or anything like that.
Correct.
And she was bawling her eyes out
Well, I
because she
mean,
misses her daughter. That's
well,
the
you
untold.
can always do a missing persons regardless of whether they're adult or not. But I
Yeah,
think because of, like
but
you
she's
said, the
not missing.
situation.
The family
Correct.
has her, and the family just won't let her go near her.
Wouldn't that be
Wow.
kidnapping though?
She's an adult.
No, she's an adult.
Ah,
She wants to be, and so I mean, if they go, she's just going to say she wants to be there.
right.
Yep. And
Um,
because she's brainwashed into this ideology, she's going to say she
yeah,
wants to be there too.
that's just
The minute
when we
the
talk
minute the
about like
person
all
who's
the mad sets the kids are going through. It's the families that are getting torn apart
yeah,
because the poor parents, they just want their kids back. I mean, look
yeah,
at Elon Musk. He went through the same thing. He lost a son. He
Right.
literally lost a son.
shit,
And you wonder why he keeps little X so close to him, is because he already knows what it's like to literally lose a son, and he
right,
doesn't want that happening to X.
right. Yeah, and I mean, look at we had Adam Vina on the show, right? What he's been going through with his son.
Yeah,
Okay,
another
his
one. Yep.
ex-wife, with transitioning their son. Okay. Again, there's no such real thing as transition. It is just mutilation, is what it is. So I have to stop calling it transition because it's not a transition. It's just mutilation. Um,
Yeah.
and obviously child abuse and stuff like that. Yeah. Are you familiar with Adam Vina's story, Kelani?
No, I haven't heard this story at all.
He's out of California. Um, his ex-wife has got their son and is just been in the process of raising their son as a girl. Obviously can't be a girl, stuff like that. And
I heard
the
one
state of
about
Cal,
Canada or something like that. That
yeah,
they
this is in Cali, and the state of California obviously is a DEI state, and they have
right,
been running him through the ringer, and he has not really been able to take care of his son. All he wants to do is get his son, okay, back, and Aiden is just a beautiful boy, stuff like that, and it's just sad to see. We had him on the show earlier in the year, and he broke down on the show, and it's just sad to see a grown man who just wants to protect his boy, okay, break down like that and stuff like that. Being a father myself, and now being a grandfather, um, it was very hard to watch, just looking at him because I understand his feeling, just being a parent. Obviously I don't understand his feeling of what he's going through, but just being a parent and wanting to protect your child, so
right.
it was very, very sad to see.
I've seen some from Canada. I think that the mom, or you know what? I think it was in Matt Walsh's What is a Woman? I don't know
Okay.
if you ever saw that, but
I haven't seen it, but
he
I heard it's
had
fantastic.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear
I heard
you.
it's
You cut out.
fantastic.
Oh yeah, it is also Am I a Racist? Really good. Um, I think I saw in that documentary the same thing, but it was a mom and a daughter, and the mom had like pretty much kept it from the dad, and when the dad like found out, like he was distraught. He didn't want that for the daughter, and he couldn't do anything because they had like held him away from his daughter and the wife. Made him and painted him out like a bad person
Right.
it
And
was
all
Yep.
he want to do
bad.
is protect his little girl.
There are liberal judges out there that are like taking people's custody away
Yep.
because the other half says that they have to go through transitioning. This is who they are,
Or they're
and
going
the
to
other
commit
parent is
suicide.
pleading. Yeah, they're going to commit suicide. And the other parent is pleading them. So they're not like that at all. They're just doing what they're being told to do. And you'll get some libtard judge saying, in fact, not only is the mom going to have, or whoever it is, whoever parent's going to have primary custody, you're going to have no contact with your son or daughter,
Right.
which is just like absurd, absolutely absurd.
Right.
Yeah, it sucks. I can tell you, I wouldn't even know
I don't
how to
understand.
handle that. That would be a mess. And just infuriated as a father, and now
Yeah.
as a grandfather. Fortunately, my son would never go down that route with my grandson, nor my grandson's mother. They're not with each other anymore, but she's not like that either. She wouldn't let that happen. And the reality is, if you just leave kids alone, they figure things out, right? There was a 15-year study in Sweden, I think, that came out, I want to say last year or 2023, that essentially said that. Essentially, if you just leave the kids alone, some might end up being gay or whatever like that, which is fine. All right, that happens. All right, but if you just leave the children alone, they'll figure it out. It is adults. There's no such thing as transformer kids. It is weirdo adults that push this shit on them, okay,
Yep.
and twist them into what they end up becoming. And then many of them end up, for almost 45% of them end up murking themselves. Okay, that's the rate. They have a 45% suicide rate, all right, because they're all messed up. And then what's even worse is that the ones that actually detransition, okay, the whole group that was supporting them and stuff like that when they were transitioning, now that they want to detransition, completely abandons them and just makes life miserable for them and stuff like that.
Yep.
Right. So like there's just
Yeah.
nothing there. So it just things need to come back to normal again. It's very, very sad. It's just hard to watch, hard to
Should
see.
make that
It's
illegal.
Yes, that is the big thing. That is if the minute you start doing that, okay, make it illegal to give, children puberty blockers and stuff like that,
Yes.
illegal to, mutilate kids. What you do after at the age of 18 and after, no matter how I feel about it, I can't say anything about it, okay, because you're
Right.
an illegal adult here in the United States. I might
Yeah.
advise you against it, okay, but I can't say anything about it. All right, it is what it is, and you're gonna do what you want at that point. But anything before the age of 18 should be completely and absolutely illegal to mess with our children. We are not only as a society, we are called to protect children. It's biblical, okay, that we are called to protect children. All right, and no one will ever change my mind about that. All right, it is in the Bible. No matter what denomination you are, is that we must protect children. All right, and we have to. Yeah, you're right. They will find out. They always find a way to take children. Always. And you're absolutely correct, Mamas. They don't know what sex is unless some creepy ass adult tells them what it's about. And in the end,
Mm-hmm.
it's because some of these creepy ass adults who don't have children of their own, they want to freaking manipulate your children, all right? Because in the end, they're crazy, nutty people that want to do nefarious things to kids. Okay, that's what they want to do. They're sick individuals, and you can't help these people, all right? There's no helping them. Their minds are warped, right? And they have no children of their own. They can't produce because they're, having sex with one another and stuff like that, but not, same
Yeah.
sex type shit. You can't produce. That just doesn't work in science and
That's
doesn't work, with God. Go ahead, brother.
that's a big part of the reason why they do what they do.
Yeah.
Why they try to groom these kids
Yeah.
before they even turn like teenagers. It's because they know that that's the only way for them to reproduce. You know,
And the fact that they're
Yeah,
getting
it
them so
is. It is
young
a
and
form.
then they're like
That's a
telling
good way
them,
to say it. Go ahead.
it's
Go
not
ahead,
even. It is.
Kaylani.
It's true. Yeah.
Okay,
I think
Kaylani. What were
that
we gonna
when
say?
they get them young at school and they end up like when it comes to like pronouns, like the she and the he, let's say a child were to get that wrong, are they going to say, oh, the child wants to transition? And the child's
Yeah.
barely learning
They
what a
are.
he, she is because it's a pronoun.
Right.
Yep.
I would go ballistic.
I don't blame you. So would I.
No.
You're not having that shit in my house. Okay.
Mm-mm.
And not only that, it's destruction of the English language anyway. It's not
Yeah.
proper fucking grammar. But Scott, you're 100% correct. It is the way you put it and you framed it, I think is perfect. Since they can't produce themselves, it is their way of reproduction and is by
It is.
brainwashing kids, other people's kids, okay, to come along into their weird world. I think that is fantastic the way you laid that out. I never
It's
even
true.
thought of it that way. Okay, it was always of a grooming part, but I've never saw about that. That is their way of reproduction. That is a fantastic way to
You know
explain it.
what? You said that, and literally now I understand what they mean by we're coming for your children.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Think about this even long before the trans thing. I mean, it
I'm sorry for
was the
cussing, but
was-
No, no,
no,
no,
no,
no.
no.
We don't care. It's
context.
Long,
curse all you want. It's all
long,
good.
Because
I
long
I
got
before
love
the
stopping.
trans thing, it was a thing. It still is a thing in the gay community where you have like an older dude who will basically try to get with a young dude. And I don't mean a young dude in their like 20s. I mean a
Right.
young dude like in their teens.
The grooming.
That is, it's literal grooming. That is like a thing in that community. Why? Because they don't pre-produce. Because they don't, they're it's stagnant. In fact, eventually, on a long enough timeline, it'll run out to zero.
Right.
wow.
The only way they repopulate is grooming, brainwashing, cultivating. Why do you think it's like, thrown in, it's like, especially the last 10 to 12 years on TV, on social media,
It's
it's
everywhere.
like pushed. It's not even just like, it's not even just like,
Cartoons, bro.
I can't
Fucking
or,
even
cartoons
watch
for
anything
kids,
on the
man.
TV without it
yeah,
saying, "Oh, medications for HIV." Da 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 da. And then I see like two men like giving themselves a kiss, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
yeah,
No,
yeah.
it is,
Huh.
but
Why do you think those
They're
HIV
throwing it
vans
in
are
my
always
face.
outside of
I
gay
feel
clubs?
offended.
Why,
it,
why are they
it,
so
it,
always sitting outside of gay
it,
clubs?
it's why I
That's what it
appreciate,
is.
No, they're at
even if
home. They're rooming
by the way,
together.
it's why I
Yeah.
appreciated groups like Gays Against Groomers and shit like that that do
Mhm,
invaluable work. Okay, you can't even put
mhm,
a fucking value on what it is they're trying, and they get shit from the alphabet mob, left
mhm.
and right.
It's
Okay,
great.
and
Dangerous.
they understand. They understand that like there's a shift. Okay, there's an absolute shift going on again. Like most. Me and Scott are fucking Gen X. We figured out a lot of shit. We got along with one another. We disagree with one another. We didn't cancel each other. We knew who our friends who ended up being gay, and we gave them shit about being gay, but you know what? We still cared about them. We still protected them and whatnot. We didn't let anybody fucking harm them. All right. We gave them shit. We weren't nobody else was allowed to give them shit, but they gave us shit right back. All right. Which is why our friendships ended up being the way they were. And there was an understanding that what you do behind closed doors is your business. Okay. And as long as you keep that shit away from my kids, you keep that away from my family. You know how I am with things. You know how I get down. How you get down is your business. Just don't bring that shit around my family. And they understood that, okay?
Right.
And there was respect for it because we weren't disrespectful about it. All that shit is flipped upside down now. All right. And the weird is not weird. Well, it's still weird to us, but like, and obviously there is a significant part of the younger generations that are finding it weird too. I think a lot of that has to do with because like one of my first videos I ever did last year was about Gen Z coming back to Christ. Okay. And freaking looking for more tradition and stuff like that. And, wanting to change things. That was one of my first videos I ever did. It was like a 20-minute video that got like no views whatsoever, but it's awesome. All right. It was a great article I read out of the Epic Times. Um, but like again, it's why I appreciate groups like Gays Against Groomers because they are really really out there fighting. Okay, because all they ever wanted to is like, listen, we got what we wanted. We wanted to get married. We wanted to live our lives, okay, in peace. All right, and do what we want to do with our lives. That's it. We don't want anything else out of that. That's that
Not
group.
only, I don't think only think it's that. I also think that it comes from a place of if they're gay, they're gay. Okay. If anything happened to them while they were children that was a
Right.
catalyst for that, then obviously they're not going to want that for a child, and that they accept
Correct.
who they are and what they're attracted to, but at the same time they also have to carry that stereotype of, oh, there's just pedos in the gay community when there's not always pedos in the gay community,
You
not
got
really.
pedos in
And
so-called
that's
fucking straight communities. They're in every
exactly,
community.
and the fact that at this point that they're trying to put in the LGBTQ, I call them LGBTQ 1, 2, 3s.
Yeah.
Um, that they're trying to mesh it,
I,
and now that
I
they're
call them
trying
the
to, like,
alphabet. I call them the alpha betas, but that's me.
they're trying to break away from the T part because they know that when it comes to like the trans issue,
Yeah.
also like there are trannies who the trans people who voted for Trump who are like, yeah, we're not for the grooming because you
Yeah.
guys are trying to mesh that, and then on top of that, just because they're a default of that community, then they also get that. And
They
I
get
can
roped in.
understand where it's like,
They
no, we're
get they
not
get
for
roped in.
that.
Yeah, they get roped into to as a whole, and the
It's like
reality is that
Mexicans and
there's
what's going on. I don't want to get roped into, hey, you were burning a flag and, throwing, what are those? I say muscle top all the time. Those cocktails.
Molotov cocktail,
Molotov. I say muscle top all
Molotov
the time. I'm so
cocktail,
sorry.
Molotov.
Um, but yeah, I don't want to
Sorry,
be,
that shit
and,
is
and
funny.
and I have to say, hey, you know what? I'm not one of them. Hi, I
Right.
come in peace.
Yeah. Yeah, but
So
again, you shouldn't have to, right? Like people should have enough sense to be able to decipher when you're looking at a situation and break it down to what it is. Okay.
right, but we're not there
Um,
anymore. We
yeah,
have
we
to bring
used to
that
be.
back. We need common
Well,
sense. Make common sense great
it's not
again.
that we're not. It's not that we're not there. Okay, there are plenty of us that have been there for a very long time. It is just that it seems like it's the norm. Okay,
Right.
because it's put out everywhere, right? You see it all over social media has expanded what people see. Okay, for a very long time now, and
It
so you
should be the
think
norm. It's just that it's becoming rare. It should be the norm,
it's.
but it's
I'm here
becoming
to tell you.
rare because if you speak out, then you're the bad person.
I'm here to tell you, Kaylani, it is not rare. Okay, it happens more where we're logical people, okay, that see there are more of us, believe it or not, that are
Right.
logical than are the crazies. It just so happens that the Marxist state media, so the big tech, fucking the government included too, all right, they put that out in full force, all right. So it seems like it's bigger than what it is. It's a big thing. It's not that it's a little thing, but it's just it seems like it's a bit. There are more normal people, believe it or not, in this country. It is just that it is a lower voice.
And I know that there's more normal people. It's just the fact that you gotta find them. Because how I'm
We're
saying
here
it's
on.
becoming more rare. What I mean by that is, let me elaborate. It's more rare
Okay,
to
go ahead.
actually try to be yourself. Because once you start being yourself, then people are like, ah. And when I mean yourself, you actually have an opinion. You
Right.
don't take crap from anybody, and you don't take crap from, I don't want to say Democrats, but you know what I mean, like the
From the
stupidity.
woke mob, right? Like this. It's
Right.
why I will never, okay, never ever apologize for anything I ever say ever. Okay, no one will ever get me to, unless I'm like being a dickhead to somebody unnecessarily, which rarely happens. If I'm being a dick to you, it's because you deserve it. All right.
Right.
Like I'm probably one of the kindest people you will ever meet. I'm pretty straightforward about things. I keep things real with everybody. All right. And I just try to be honest with people. Sometimes my honesty gets me in trouble because like I feel you should always know where I'm coming from. Okay, because at least you know that's the way I feel about things. I'd rather hear I don't want to I don't it's why I'm all for free speech no matter how fucking hard it comes out. Okay, because I rather know where you're coming from than not know. Right,
Correct.
because if I at least I know where you're coming from, then I know I know to either just like stay away or whatever, and it is what it is. And my mom says something. I remember this. I'm old enough to remember this. She says, "Remember the Ellen DeGeneres show when she came out? That was when it started, and she's a psycho. She is a fucking psycho.
Oh,
Um, that's probably around that time where a lot of that stuff started to come out and stuff like that. It was called different things. Now it's called the DEI is now called Bridges or some shit like that. They just changed the name. Uh, yes, Ellen DeGeneres is a psycho. She always has been. A lot of Hollywood are psychos. Not all of them, obviously. There actually are very good people in Hollywood, but they have to keep themselves shut in, and it's sad because, like, again, our country wasn't always like that. When cancel culture started to pick up around 2015, who was president at the time? Do you remember?
wasn't
2015.
that 14? No, that's right. Wasn't that Donald Trump?
Nope,
Wait, no, no,
that
no.
was
It's
Obama.
Obama.
No, yeah, Obama. Donald Trump got elected in 2016 and started office in 17.
Obama, right?
Yeah, it was Obama.
Yeah, I was like,
Okay, so
gotta go back.
Obama started the whole transformer shit in the country. Okay,
Oh,
and then
maybe that
Biden
big Mike
solidified it.
up in there.
Yeah, yeah, he started that whole transformer shit, okay? With letting, boys go into girls' bathrooms and you wouldn't get
Yeah.
money from the government if you didn't do stuff like that. Okay, a lot of this cancel culture woke shit started on him. Okay, and he was like, he was a big part of it. And if you go back to his speeches, you'll see it there. But he's very articulate, like he's been called. He's a very articulate man. He said it in such a way that it didn't seem like it was coming out the way. Those of us who fucking never voted for him, who knew his history, knew how he grew up and stuff like that, understood what he was saying. Were like, "Fuck you." Okay, but a lot of people, most people, didn't understand what was happening,
I
and it's
saw a
sad.
recent video of him saying something about me and Michael. I was like, what? And I had to
Was
go
it
back. I was
AI
like,
though?
this has to be AI.
Yeah, I was about to say, was it AI though? Because there's a lot of AI shit that has been going
I
on with
mean,
fucking
look,
Michelle Obama.
it was
That's been very
funny.
funny.
Okay,
It was
it
absolutely
was
hysterical.
funny.
Most of that shit is funny. AI, listen, as much as I worry about AI and that we're gonna destroy ourselves, some of the shit that comes out is absolutely hysterical and it makes me laugh very, very hard. Have you seen like a lot of the Pixar stuff that comes out? It's supposed to be like a Pixar
Yes.
movie. Those Disney Pixar movies are hysterical. It's just very, very bad. Thanks, Jonathan, for dropping that in there, brother. The Bridge IMAX. Speaking of Jonathan, okay, on December 13th, we are having movie night next month. All right. And on Thanksgiving Day, Jonathan is going to put up the movies and stuff like that for us to vote on in the Discord. You got to make sure that you sign up for the Discord and stuff like that in order to see it. He's been dropping the links in here and there and whatnot. So if you see it and you're not signed up yet, sign up for it so that you can, what do you call it? It's in the Rumble chat and he puts it in the YouTube chat as well. And if you see it, click on it so that you could, what do you call it? You can sign up and you can vote for the movie. I think I want to say he's got Home Alone, I think Deck the Halls, Scrooged. I can't remember all the movies because he said them on Wednesday. I can't for the life of me remember because like this tequila is really fucking kicking in right now, so my memory is shit. Yeah, I'm drinking tequila tonight again, fam. There it is. He dropped the link. So yeah, we got December 13th is movie night, and again, he's gonna drop the Christmas movies on what do you call it? Thanksgiving Day. He's gonna put them up on the Discord. So make sure that you guys are checking it out so that you can vote. And December 13th is the day before my birthday, and we actually have a show for Scott's birthday on December 19th. So I'm trying to talk to some people to see if we can get a nice little panel together to have a great show for Scott, who's been a big part of this freaking movement here with us, big part of this show as a whole, and everything like that. And someone that I'm proud to call my friend and fucking look at him like a brother sometimes, because like he's just been treating me like that. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Scott.
Am I muted?
Nope, I can hear
Can
you
you hear
now.
me? Oh, okay. I sent you another clip.
Where did you send it, bro?
Your DM.
Your
private chat.
Hang on. Let me look. It's a Rumble.
Yep.
Okay.
I just uploaded it for this conversation.
For Mad Day Walker. All right, so let's.
This was if you didn't catch this from yesterday, this this was a mom talking to her daughter in the car.
Yes,
who
I saw
was
this.
telling her that telling her mom that the young little girl telling her mom that she wanted to be a boy. And the mom basically explained to her why, nope, that's not going to happen. She basically talked her out of it. This is how you do it.
Yep. You gotta talk to them. Hey, Antoinette, good to see you, honey. Good to see you, Rognina.
Girls.
Oh,
sorry.
Here we. Oh no, it's okay. Let's bring that in. How to tell your kids. Let's make sure the sound is up.
Yeah. So she had like a minute and a half, I think.
Because why?
Because I just want to.
Well, we're not a boy. What are you?
I'm a girl.
You're a girl. It's kind of like having a gift from God. God gave you the gift of being a girl. Oh, you don't want to be a girl? Why?
Because I just want to.
Who told you you weren't a girl? Who said that? Huh?
God told me to not be a girl.
No, that's not true. That's not true. You know why?
Why?
because you are a girl. God made you to be a girl. Did you know that? He made you special. So special to be a girl. Was someone joking about you being a boy?
Said I'm a boy, and that hurt my feelings when he told me I'm a boy.
Okay, even if she said so, are you a boy?
No.
Good, you're not a boy. So who cares what someone says? That's like someone saying that you're not funny. But are you funny? Yeah, you are. That's like someone saying that you're not pretty, but are you pretty? Yeah. See, this is what we gotta learn, okay? Sometimes people will call you things, and it's up to you to believe it, okay? You get to decide. Say, I decide. I decide what I believe. Good. And we know, say, I know. I know that God made me special to be a what? A girl.
Wow, that is fucking fantastic. That is one of the best ways I've seen how you handle that. That was fantastic.
Right.
Well, so I gotta have the courage to have that conversation with your child.
Yes. That was that was handled fantastically, okay, as not only a parent but as a mother talking to her daughter, not yelling at her and just being, explaining to her why she's a little girl, especially because God made her that way. Freaking love it. That was awesome. That was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I watched that. I actually watched when you posted that. I watched that a couple of times because I thought it was pretty awesome to see that. And we need more parents like that. Definitely need more parents like that.
It was apropos. That's just crazy. It's sad that you even have to have that conversation with your child. Like, that wasn't even a
Yeah,
conversation that parents had to have with their kids when I was growing up.
we never had to worry
We
about that.
we didn't
We
have
never had
these
to worry
kids
about
didn't
that,
have these conversations. We didn't have
bro.
teachers talking to us about,
But
oh,
bro,
you
can
decide
can
what
you
you want to
imagine
be.
if can you imagine in high school if we came home and said, "Yeah, well, I'm a girl now."
No, I
uh,
think here in Texas, if I'm not mistaken, we had voting. And the last question that they asked in that paper was, do you believe that parents should have the
Mhm.
right to choose for their child?
was this in the last election on your ballot?
Yeah, for like to pay like taxes and all that stuff to see what we were gonna
Mm,
do. And I was like, what? Really, Texas? That's why I'm saying like Texas it needs to change like
needs to
fast.
get more fucking.
Stricter?
What do you call it?
Here,
I mean, we used to
here
be strict.
here in Florida, they've gone in just the opposite direction. They're not getting weaker. They're getting stronger. They have that, the libs here freak out because they have that thing that they call the "Don't Say Gay" bill. Teachers are literally getting fired if they're talking to kids about sex and gender and bullshit.
Because they should.
Yeah. And by the way, it's
They
not that
shouldn't.
you can't use the word gay. Okay, it's just that you can't
Yeah, that's
indoctrinate
what
kids into being gay.
yeah, that's what the news calls it. It doesn't say that anywhere in the bill. They just made it up.
Correct.
Just
Correct.
another lie.
Well, that's what they do, man.
But they're toeing the line. It's the thing.
Well, you
They're
shouldn't be
toeing the line.
indoctrinating children, period.
Yeah,
Like, leave the kid out of it.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. It's you know what? I pray for parents, like modern day parents, because my son is, he's going to be 32. I got a grandson. I'm old enough, and my kid's old enough and thankfully, my grandson's mother's not on that woke bullshit either. Okay, so they're raising, even though they're not with each other anymore, they're raising with my grandson like fantastically. Like he plays sports, he knows he's a boy. There's no confusion about shit. Okay, he likes to do boy things and stuff like that. He's fucking running all the time. He's roughhousing and shit like that. He's doing things that boys do as they grown up and stuff. So I'm very very I'm fortunate that I don't have to. At least I feel at this point I don't have to worry about that shit with either with my son or my son's ex-wife. I don't have to worry about that. So it's just sad. Sad to see other people going through it, and it's just also sad to see
Happening.
these leftist fucking nutty parents. Because it's not just like we made fun of white crazy liberal women, but it's their cuckold husbands that go along with this shit too. You know, that aren't man enough to fucking fight. Now,
Oh,
there's a caveat to that because the ones that do fight, there's no protection for them. Okay,
what's
trying
this
to fight for
man's
the
name?
kids.
Or this little boy? I think his name is oh my goodness. Dustin or Devin or something like that. It's a little boy. I'm pretty sure he's a teenager now. But he started off
Oh, the
as a
drag queen
drag
kid.
queen.
The drag queen kid. Oh, I can't for the life of me
Yeah, I
remember
thought
his
that's where you're
name.
going. I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
remember his name.
yeah, I can't
So
remember his name.
his dad like was just like, I'm like, what are you doing? Do something. Like, and the dad's like, he's letting the mom run the show. And I'm not saying that women can't run the show because they can. And I'm pretty sure that, I mean, Mexican moms, like, we don't care. We don't.
That's Hispanic moms in
You know,
general,
and
bro.
any
That's not even just
Hispanic mom, right?
Mexico. It just even
But
depends where you are in Hispanic America,
but the
where you
thing
come
here
from,
is
or
like,
the Caribbean.
where is the man who needs to be teaching that little boy, you know, how to go and cut grass outside instead of putting on makeup?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
He's
Yeah.
probably a liberal. He's probably just a liberal douche himself.
And the thing here is I can see the pain in the dad's eyes.
Not
That's where I'm
enough.
just like, okay, why aren't you doing anything?
Yeah, do something about
Are
it.
you that weak? Like
So,
you're letting your wife do whatever she wants with your son, and that's your son. That's just crazy to me. But
uh,
I'm happy y'all know who I'm talking about because
yeah, I just want to respond to Tori. Tori was on the show with us last week. Tori, she says, I'm not going to lie. I have two little boys and I fear every day for their futures, especially since my oldest is on the spectrum. Tori, you know why I'm not worried about your boys? Because they have you and your husband. Okay. You guys are great parents. You guys, okay, are guiding your children correctly. All right. And they understand and feel the love from you, and God has got you, honey. All right. Because of that. Right. And your husband is leading in the house like he's supposed to and stuff like that and everything. I know I've seen enough of your posts to know that. All right. On Instagram and whatnot. So Tori, you and your boys will be fine because you have not only do they have you, but they have your husband who is a fantastic father. Okay, so please, don't worry, but then again, keep fucking fighting for them like you do.
right.
And Mama Ma says men have been castrated. That is 100% correct.
Yep.
Okay, and I'm gonna say something that fucking most guys are not gonna like. We have signed a lot of these laws into place that have castrated us, men, not women. Okay, because for the vast majority of time, including to this day, we're still at 80% of men that run governments in states. Okay, and here and on the national level. All right, we as men have castrated ourselves. So some of you guys might not fucking like it, but that is the reality. All right. That it's like we've been, let's just be the cool guy and stuff like that. And freaking, I want to get a piece of ass because this chick is fucking throwing some legislation in that even though I don't agree with it, I'm going to go along with it because I'm a pussy. All right. And fucking, we have signed these laws into place. It has been mainly men that have castrated ourselves, unfortunately. I don't know how you feel about that, Scott, but that's just how I look at it.
I don't exactly see it that way. I look at it more like I think the more liberal influence you've had in the government, especially the federal government. I think you've seen that shift that way. It may still
Correct.
be like 80% men, but it's 50% lib, liberal douche,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
most of the you can almost say 100% of the women on that liberal side push a lot of nonsense. They just
Yeah.
do. It's
No, no, they
such a
do.
different.
There's just
Absolutely.
too
It's
many
night
men and
and
they're
day.
feminine.
I guess
You know,
my
you
my
have
point. Go
you
ahead,
have
Scott. Keep
sorry,
going.
you have Republican women that are they're still pushing like open carry bills and shit like that.
Yeah. No, no, I
And
agree. No, no, you're
you
right.
have like my rep, like Anna Paulina Luna. She's out there, pushing like
She's on.
some great bills,
She's on
and
fire, man.
she wants to hold Congress accountable, and she wants to rein in their power. And then you've got other people that are like, well, no, we should pass a bill that says anybody can use any restroom they want
Right.
because that's fair and equal.
I I guess my point, and you're right, man. You're 100% correct because I guess my point is that we as men, historically, I guess, is what I'm saying is we have signed a lot of these laws into place. Okay, and we've castrated ourselves. Okay, I was being facetious, so when I'm talking about I want a piece of ass and stuff like that, I just think that liberal douche men, you're absolutely correct. All right, but as men, we have fucking signed a lot of these laws into place that have castrated us, and
Eric
it's women
Eric
like Anna
Swalwell
Paluna.
is Eric Swalwell is not a man.
It's true. He's a
Jerry
pussy and a
Nadler is
cuck.
not a man.
Correct.
Just name Democrat after Democrat. Hakeem Jeffries is not a
No,
man.
you are 100% correct, bro.
You
And
know,
I don't disagree with any of that. I'm just saying,
it's
okay,
just disgusting what they
as
pretend to call men.
our
Yeah,
gender, okay, has fucking done this to ourselves.
I honestly think that it's more of a feminine, feminist, or not feminine, feminine perspective. Like men nowadays are more feminine than
That is
logical,
true.
the same way women are more emotional than logical. It's just, I
yeah.
think that there hasn't been a correct balance. That balance
It's
isn't
true.
there anymore. And it's not just
And what
like an influence, it's also the food. Soy,
that's part of it.
Yeah.
And
soy boy,
also, and also
receipts.
the broken families.
Yes.
There's a lot of single moms raising boys, and
By design.
unfortunately, the dads have not been a big enough part in their lives.
And there's two aspects to that because there's obviously dads that just walked away
Mm-hmm.
because you can't deny that. All right. But there are plenty of dads that have been trying to fucking fight for their kids. And the
Mhm.
system,
And the
going back to
system
what I
keeps
was
them away.
saying historically, going back to what I was saying historically, we have signed these dumbass laws into place. Don't know why. Okay. And it goes back to what you were saying. It ties in together what you were saying, these cuckold fucking pussy ass dudes
Well,
that
because it
fucking
benefits them.
push this bullshit. Okay. And next thing you know, we got shitty ass laws that end up hurting us more.
Well,
Good.
they know what's gonna hurt everybody, and that's the thing. That's the whole point, to hurt. To hurt, and then where do we look at? We look at the people who are in office, and then we start to ask questions. And if you ask questions, then you're the bad person. So why ask
Yeah.
questions?
Well, yeah.
It's all a
Good way of
game
putting it.
at the end of the day. And that's sad
No, it
because
is
it's
sad.
people's lives. I think I saw Mama say the agenda. It goes on and on and on. Yep. It goes on
Yeah.
and on and on and on. Hmm.
She did say that. Absolutely. Yeah. Again, and it's up to us as people to fucking fight back on this. And there is a fight back. So we can't say that there isn't. Um, I don't know if you agree, Scott. I think that we as our movement, we've been trying to fight this shit, and we've become louder, obviously, but it's still a fight, and it's not an easy fight at all.
It's not easy now that we've let it get so bad.
Yeah, true.
That's the problem. It's gone on for too long.
And we're fracturing right now too, so that's not making it any better. Yeah, Mama
It's
Mas.
crazy.
Just like Scott said, we let it go on too long. Again, that is complacency, right? You guys have heard me, you guys have heard Scott on different freaking occasions talk about how we have given way too much power to the fucking back to the government that is not built into our system for them to have.
It's not that, well, it didn't happen. The key part of that is it didn't happen overnight. That's the thing. It was, they did it the way that worked. They cooked, they cooked a frog.
Yep.
It was just a little bit at a time. You always see all those graphics, the slippery slope,
Well, I mean, look at the next
And
generation. I don't know if y'all saw that lady that got jumped in Chicago.
with the
What?
sun,
No, the lady that got jumped in Chicago by little kids.
I
By
thought, was she
No, I didn't
with her
13-year-olds.
see that.
These
son?
are little
Was she
kids, but they
with?
know what they're doing. Where are the parents? That's the next generation that we're raising.
Yeah.
Talk about like
Look at,
fatherless homes. Yeah, okay, but that's exactly what you're okay with as a mom
yeah.
or as a parent. I don't know if you
Where?
saw the responses, but there was at least one lady that said, "You know, the whole
Crazy.
Chicago's looking for you, and I can't help you." I was like, "Well, okay, all right." The other lady's like, "Oh, she's sorry. This, that, the third," and the little girl's laughing in the screen, and it's like, "What are y'all doing? Where are you?" Like, and if you work, I don't know, man. I would. If that were to be the case, like, you better take care of your child before the streets take care of your child.
Yeah. And that's what happens, right? In the hood, especially in the hood, right? The streets end up raising your kids. And when they
Yeah.
raise your kids, they end up doing things that they shouldn't be doing in
Horrible.
life. Uh the hood is a
Did
real
you hear
thing.
about? Did you hear about the guy in Georgia that was a victim of a home invasion? 3 teenage boys broke into his
Yes.
home.
I
He
posted that.
shot and
Yep.
he shot and killed them because
Yep. It was a
they literally had
he's
a
a
gun.
veteran, by the way. He's a
Yeah,
veteran, by the
they
way.
had guns. It was a shootout in his house.
Yep.
He shot and killed them. And
He's
guess
being
what?
charged with murder.
The parent. Well, I don't know if is he charged or is the parents just suing him?
I think he's getting sued, but I don't know. I think there is a trial
The
coming up
mom,
and stuff like that.
the mom wants him charged because he took her baby away.
Correct.
Where was the mom when the baby was
Yeah,
was
exactly.
inside the
And why
house?
isn't why aren't any of the reporters even asking those questions when they're on the news?
Well, my,
You know,
my
like
thing here is, why didn't you take care of your child so your child wouldn't go
yeah,
and do something stupid?
exactly. And these were like 15-year-olds. They weren't even like adults. Why does a 15-year-old even have access to a gun? I mean, you fail this. You know what? And this is not new. I remember way back when I used to live in Philly. I remember this is back in the 90s. I remember like every once in a while, a little kid would somehow wind up on the train tracks and some train would run them over. Yep. And the news and the media was there saying, "Oh, SEPTA, that's like the transit system they called SEPTA. SEPTA needs to be held responsible. How could they run over a child?" My thing is like, how does a fucking 3-year-old
Where's the
wander
mother?
onto train? Exactly,
Where was the mother? I don't know if y'all
exactly.
saw the ICE raid that happened in San Antonio, Texas, but
Which one?
the
Which one?
it was
Yeah, which one?
which one out of all of them?
All of them. It's like porn on TikTok lately.
There was a raid, and there were some food trucks and all that, but they arrested some people that from Agua group.
Yes.
They were
From
at
Venezuela?
some club that had children inside, and their parents were inside as well. My
That's
thing here is 2 in the damn morning. What the hell do you have to do with children at a club? Why are children at a club? What are you doing with the children
Yeah.
at a club at 2 in the morning?
Yeah, no shit.
You want to know? I start thinking very bad of people. I start thinking everything. Why are the
probably.
kids
What
at a
could you put it
club
past
at
them?
2 in the morning? Oh, they're with their parents. Oh,
Two
okay.
in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 in
They're
the
two in the
morning. I
morning.
doubt it.
How do I
I
know
doubt it.
that those are the parents? How do we know that those are, you know what I'm saying? Like, my
We
mind
don't.
starts to wonder and I start thinking all these things, and I'm just like, is
As it
my
should.
mind really that messed up? No, it's reality.
It's reality.
It's
No, as it should.
reality. And they're like, oh, well, they were just eating. At 2 in the morning,
I don't care if it was a
at two in
Saturday
the
night.
morning, you should be
I
at
don't care.
home. And if you're
Care less.
hungry, get somebody else or go get yourself Uber Eats. I'm pretty sure you get yourself Uber Eats every freaking day,
Correct.
right? So go get yourself some
Clubs are
Uber
serving
Eats.
food at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, and if your child is up, what are you doing out and about at 2 in the morning? Not even at a park. I'm telling you, it's sketchy. And people would say, "Oh no, you're judging." No, I think I'm
Judging. Yeah, it's okay.
Well, come
no,
on.
I'm
Everything is
assessing.
judging, right? When you're
I'm
telling people
assessing.
reality,
I'm assessing.
exactly. When
We
you're
have to
making an
get back to
assessment,
judging.
Yeah.
we need more judgment. We need
Well,
more
well,
fucking
well. The thing
shaming.
here is when they say, "Oh, don't judge me. Only God can judge me." No, no, no. We can righteously judge, because if I see
Oh,
that, that's wrong.
well,
Why
there
do
is
you
a
have your
such
child at
thing.
2 in the morning out while they're literally like there's other people around. God knows what's happening inside the club, because whatever happens in the club, it's either drugs, drinking, or sex.
And
Right?
there's a such thing as righteous anger.
Right?
Okay, and people forget that. There's a such thing as righteous anger.
So then that's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
And people
Righteously
forget that
judge
exists.
with righteous anger. And this is righteous anger. Don't be taking your kids out to a damn club. And then on top of that, how do we not know? Like, oh my gosh, like this whole
You know
border
what, too?
crisis thing with all the children missing, all the paisanitos while they're literally crying, "Ah, Viva Mexico!" Hey, hello, where are the paisanitos that disappeared at the border? Are we not going to talk about that?
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't talk about the children because you're the bad person.
Yep. You don't care about that.
Yeah.
You know, the administration now has been nobody talks about this enough. They've been working fucking day and night, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to try to recover these children. Okay. And, you know, they've managed to get probably about anywhere between 30 and 50,000, believe it or not, found. But there's obviously over 300 grand that are still missing. Um,
I'm
and
pretty sure
they're
most
working
of them are
overnight.
not even alive.
You're probably right. There's probably a decent amount of them that are
Mhm.
no longer with us in the world. But
Mhm.
you know, the again, this goes back to the FBI is not doing anything. They're actually doing a lot, and you guys, and in conjunction with HSI, which is the investigative branch of DHS, okay, and ICE, all right, to find these kids, all right, and other organizations too that are, you know, other three-letter mobs that are connected, believe it or not, and they're working overtime to try to get these kids back, and you know, there's not enough kudos that go where it deserves because it's not being the Marxist state media is not gonna they're not gonna advertise that they're doing this. All right. We only hear it when we doing our own research and we see an article somewhere that hasn't been suppressed on a search engine. So we're speaking of search engines, guys. Free Spoke is the fucking search engine for you guys if you want to get shit that's not suppressed. And you know, it's crazy. Like I want to give kudos to them because like I pay attention to it. I know Scott pays attention to it. I know you probably pay attention to it too. Okay, is the little things that are happening here and there that is not getting out into the public. You know, and it's sad because they are working their asses off to try to find these kids. Okay, and still obviously a lot of them are still out there, but most of them the freaking Biden administration lost 300,000 kids.
How do you lose
Kelani.
children? Number one, how do you lose
300,000
children?
kids, honey. How
Unless
does
you
that
want them to
happen?
be lost. And I
They
don't
Yeah.
did
know,
not
but
lose anybody.
why can't you just pick up a phone call? Why couldn't you just pick up a phone call? What do we need lines for?
Yeah. Scott, what were we saying?
He said they didn't lose anybody. It was all intentional.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with
No
you,
one
man.
just loses.
Be
No
right
one just
back, fam.
loses kids.
Right.
It's sick. It's sick. I mean, how about in California where they ICE raids that farm and they find like a dozen kids working there. Just like
Or the pregnancy, was it like
I
a
don't know if they were
pregnancy, um, like um like a pregnancy mill or something like that, where like they picked up a
no, I
whole
don't.
bunch of women that they were trying to
That's
uh
probably another place. This was just literally a pot farm, and
mhm.
they basically found about 12 to 15 minors working there.
Oh well.
And you have Gavin
Oh yeah,
Newsom on the
that's right.
news. Yeah, Gavin Newsom's there saying, "Oh my God, they were arresting children." I'm like, you had a fucking sweatshop, pot farm in California, and you're not like even like you don't see the reason why this is a big problem to have these kids working this place.
No, he sees Donald Trump's
They were
mannerisms.
all
That's what he
illegals.
sees.
They were all illegals too. None of the kids. They were not just like kids, like citizens. They arrested the whole farm. It was like full of people that weren't even supposed to be here.
That's what I'm saying. He Gavin Newsom only pays attention to his mannerisms, and then he wants to act like Donald Trump to think that they're gonna like him. I don't know if you noticed, but he's doing this a
He
lot.
can't.
And
I
I'm just
didn't
like,
see
what are you
that.
doing,
I've noticed the freaking
weirdo?
I recognize the freaking cocaine expressions that he has on his face, just like Hunter Biden when he's trying to give an interview. He looks like he can't catch his breath,
Is he still
or
running?
what's that?
Is he still running? In quotation
Running?
marks.
I don't know. Hunter? You talking about Hunter or?
Yeah, unless like Gavin's gonna run, and then Hunter's gonna be like part of his. Oh wait. Yeah, he was gonna be like vice president or something like that, right?
Oh my God, I have not heard that. He's gonna be Gavin's vice president. Get the heck out
Something
of
like
here.
that. I was hearing like going around when he came out with that interview where he's like, "Oh, who's gonna pick up your fruit? Who's gonna do this? Who's gonna do that?"
Um,
Racist much?
yeah, yeah. You, man, those
Very
those
racist.
racist genes run so deep in the Democrat Party.
Well, I mean, he's
It's just
he's
like
related to Pelosi.
who? McGavin?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think he's his nephew or nephew or something like that.
I think it just
He's the
runs,
yep.
probably.
He'll run there. I mean, you know what? You thought 2016 was a shit show with like all these candidates from like both sides running. It's 2024. I mean, 2028 is going to be just like that times 100. There's going to be so many people. If we're still doing this podcast, dude, in 2028, holy shit!
We're
What
gonna
a
be on the
what a
edge of our seats
Oh,
again.
we're still gonna be doing this podcast in
oh
2028, brother. We're not missing that shit,
what
man.
a fucking head! I better start getting some by Advil now because this is going to be such a crazy year leading up through those debates
Yep.
and everything like that. Holy
Yeah.
shit! The Republican side is going to have all of these crazy people running. The Democrat side is going to have everybody you can think of right now is going to at least try. They're going to at least see how they can do, and you know that they're gonna go even harder to the left. The Democrats are just going to go even harder. You thought that Kamala and that idiot from Minnesota, what was his name? I can't even remember his name. Um,
Waltz.
Camp on
Waltz.
Tim.
Yeah, Tim Waltz. You think that was a crazy combination? 2028 is going to blow them out of the water, and I don't
I
think it's going to
agree.
be Kamala again. I don't think the donors are going to waste their time if it's Kamala.
Yeah, I don't see them wasting their time with her.
Yeah.
With that said, it wouldn't surprise me if she does come back, if she's not there together with what's his face, Newscomb.
Mhm. It could be Newsom, but if it is him, they're gonna
Yeah,
pick some. They're gonna definitely pick some DEI running mate, even if it's it could be Buttigieg, it could be AOC,
yeah, yeah.
it might even be Jasmine Crockett. You never know,
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me
never
if
know. But they're
what do
gonna
you
pick
call it?
someone
If
bonkers to
yeah,
be his vice president.
I think there's a because I know that Booty Juice's name has been out there, so they
Mhm.
might get Booty Juice. It wouldn't surprise me. Um, AOC, who
Mm,
knows? I think AOC is going to be running for Schumer's in the primary against Schumer in New York for the Senate seat, and then she's going to get elected too.
she will.
Cass, what is going on? Good to see you, honey.
Yep, she will. I don't even. That's like I would put money on it that she's gonna win his seat.
Yeah, I think she's going to win a seat for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Just like
Cass
she's
says
gonna
what's
win.
up. Cass
She's
says
gonna
what's
win
up.
his
Says
seat.
what's up, Scott.
Hey, Wiener is gonna win Pelosi's seat. We know
Yep.
that. That's gonna be make San Francisco even better.
Yep. 100%.
It's just like the blue areas are just gonna get worse.
Yeah, I was like Wiener.
Yeah, Wiener's definitely going to win Pelosi's seat. I agree.
Yes, can you imagine? Oh my God, he's gonna be in the house.
He is. He's got it. And he's gonna be there with his fucking neck collar and his freaking dog face and his S&M fucking furry shit that he does and everything like that.
Well,
Getting fucking, slain by some dude. His cheeks are gonna get creamed by some dude. You know.
My
I know I can be a little
goodness,
graphic.
so graphic.
Where was didn't
But
the
it's the
furry just
truth.
win an election?
Yeah. Cass says,
Didn't
"What's up to you, Kehlani?"
Yes.
She's like, Mexican Velma, good to see you live as well.
Hi, Cass. How are you?
Cass is all
didn't
over the place. She mods for everybody on Rumble.
Eric
She jumps in
wasn't
here
there
every
a
now and
furry
then.
that just won an election? I'm not even kidding.
Jonathan, you need to look that up before we go. Okay,
John, you
we need to
know
find
that.
out. Okay, Jonathan, you need to find out if some furry got elected somewhere, because we're
I
down to the
swear.
fucking 1 minute mark, and I absolutely need to know if that is true.
I'll look it up too.
Scott is pretty good with this shit, so if he says it happened, it's probably did.
That is so crazy, guys.
Hold on.
Like,
Self-proclaimed. Come on.
I swear, if I see a
Oh,
furry
come on.
up there,
It wasn't Congress. It wasn't Congress, but it was somebody. They said they won an election. I don't know if it was a mayor or somebody.
What
They
does not
won.
surprise me, man? Where is this at, though? Where do you think this is at? Because
Damn it.
depending on where it is, then it might surprise me.
I want to say it was New Jersey, but
That wouldn't surprise me if it's Jersey then.
that's kind of scary.
Fucking
What
furry.
is he gonna? Is he gonna come into
Cass
work
says
one
she
day
heard it
with the
too,
whole outfit
Scott.
on? I don't know.
Cass, right? Somebody. Damn it.
She says, Scott, I
says she
swear I
heard
heard
it
it too. Oh Lord, have
I'm
mercy
not
on
crazy. I
all
Does
see
of
that
it.
us.
not surprise you, though? Jonathan, please
I
find that shit so I can pull up the article before we
I'm
go.
trying to
There
find
has
it.
to be an
It's not.
ending note.
It's not popping up. Damn it.
No,
I'm not
Jonathan, please
crazy. I
find
see
that,
a
bro.
lot of media throughout.
I
Because
mean,
I
just thinking
actually.
about it, wouldn't you think that you like, his coworkers would be like, well, today be the day that he will come in with a furry
Yeah.
outfit.
And
Someone's
Well,
it's
looking
not
today
at
like
a
be the
that's
day.
not.
fox.
It's not like that. It was. I think it was a woman
Fucking
too. I
Wiley
didn't think it was a
Coyote.
guy. It was a woman. It wasn't like she campaigned
But
that
what?
way. It was just the
So
fact
what
that
type?
that's pictures and videos of her online suggest
What type
now
of
that,
furry
oh,
was
guess
she?
what?
Do
She
you
was a
know?
furry.
What type of furry though? Was she a fox, a fucking hound, a cat? Do we know? A hyena?
Well, I mean,
think
if the past, if she's not doing that now, I'd say okay. But if she's still doing that, can we keep it away
So
from
would it
your job?
surprise me if she's still doing it though? Would that
Can
surprise
we
you with
keep it
these
away
people?
from the job?
Yeah.
But would that surprise? But these again, these crazy ass motherfuckers will vote for these knuckleheads and put them in. That's the sad thing. Oh, good lord.
Wow.
Holy shit, Scott. I can't believe you
That
brought
is
that up.
crazy.
I didn't even hear about that shit, bro. Wait a minute.
Oh
Wait a minute.
yeah.
Jonathan has a post. Hang on.
Oh, come on, Jonathan.
Oh, you
Jonathan never
found
lets
it?
us
Oh
down.
Lord.
Jonathan is the
Never
fucking
lets us
man. He
down.
never lets us down. Absolutely never lets us down.
What'd you find,
Oh,
John?
you're the goat. I want
Hang
to see
on, hang
this.
on. I gotta pull it up. I gotta fucking pull it up. Holy shit. Oh my god,
You're
this is
welcome, by
fucking
the way.
epic. Holy shit. Thanks for bringing this up, Scott. And
That is
Jonathan, you are the
crazy.
man. Always the fucking man. Oh god. Here we go. We're gonna end the night with some furry that got elected. Oh, holy shit. Michigan furry.
See?
Elion Badger.
Michigan.
Goddamn. Michigan. Okay, that doesn't surprise me. Running for U.S. Congress on Democrat ticket, bullying the old folks. All right, so they're running. Michigan furry
Win.
with a
Okay, that's why I
history.
couldn't find it.
Okay, a Michigan
She's
furry
gonna
with a
bully the
history
old
of
folks with her costume.
yeah, with a history of crude comments disparaging Charlie Kirk, Elon Musk, and America is running for U.S. Congress, and insists he's being completely serious. Samuel Smeltzer is seeking the Democratic nomination for Michigan's 7th district in the 2026 midterms, where he hopes to challenge
Wow.
Republican incumbent Tom Barrett for his congressional seat in Washington. But Smeltzer is no ordinary candidate. He's an outspoken member of the furry community and has been campaigning under the name Elion Badger. Look at this fucker.
Badger.
While wearing a cartoon badger mask and spreading his tax the rich message. Look at this dipshit. This motherfucker right here, man. I'm 100% serious with the candidacy, Smeltzer told the Post. I want to change things and make things better. I'm sick of Trump. I'm bullying the old fucks out of my way.
Here we
You
go.
cannot make this shit up. You cannot
welcome.
make this shit up. Jonathan, fucking love you, man.
Thank you.
Holy
Thank
shit.
you. You
Dude,
made my
I can
weekend.
Uh,
You
I
did.
can
No,
only
for
hope
real.
that
Because at this
somebody.
point, it's like,
You know what? I think you've got a video to make now for tomorrow, man.
oh my
Kaylani.
god.
You got to
Yeah,
react to
you
that
gotta you
story.
gotta react to
I
that.
would like to
You
see it in
gotta,
like
Kaylani, you
video.
have to react to
You
you
know,
have to
I would
react
like
to
to
that.
see it on or something. I mean, have y'all seen that video of that little baby? I think the
Which
parents were
one?
like at a coffee shop, and then like the fairy like pops out of nowhere, and that baby starts not laughing. He starts crying. I'm just like, oh my
Oh
gosh,
my God, no.
it's real
Uh,
bad.
hey
I
Liberty,
saw
good
that
to see
video.
you. Hey,
Scares him so bad. I was like, poor
I
and I
child.
saw
do
that
love
video
freaking
today of the
pierogies.
woman.
I am a real
So
pierogi lover.
did you see the video of the woman today who just drops her kid into the pool
Yes,
to
I
see if
did.
she
I
can
actually
swim?
posted that. I posted
That's
that.
crazy.
That is a common swim thing though. That is something that's been going around forever, bro.
It was sort
Bro,
of.
that training is that type of training has been going
I don't
on
know.
since I was a kid, man. Since we were
I
kids,
never
bro.
had to go through that, dude. Although I wanted to
Yeah,
jump in. No one had to
bro.
throw me in the
My
water. I wanted to jump in the
fucking
water
did
myself.
yeah. I got chucked in the fucking pool, the public pool at that, and learned how to swim that way.
Well,
It's
honestly,
like you gotta learn how to
I'd
swim.
rather put my child through a situation where they can get out of it because of the fact that I know that the other person's not going to have any type of um they're not going to have any type of sympathy for my child if they do anything to my child into that, you know, extent of putting them in a pool and then having them drown. Like I think that way. So I'd
My
rather them
cousin,
learn
my
and so they
cousin
can get
Keith
out of the
drowned.
situation. Like, you know how like it could be an accident where like, oh, they're running and then like the baby gets, you know, pushed in the water or the other thing. And I'm just like, oh no. I start
Yeah,
thinking all
no,
these other
I
things. I'm telling you, my
my
mind goes 100 miles per hour, guys.
I lost we lost my cousin Keith. I lost as a he was a boy. He was around the same age as my younger brother. My younger brother was a little bit older, and they were actually very close with each other. My brother was in
He
California when
probably
this
did.
happened.
He probably
He
did,
was
Liberty.
yeah. What's that? Huh? Liberty, she always gives it to me. She's always giving it to me. And yeah, I probably did pee in the pool and don't remember. At least I didn't bring a fucking. At least I didn't bring a fucking battery powered fucking toy into the fucking pool with me that freaking stopped working. Stop giving me
What the heck?
shit. I still love you.
What type of battery powered toy? What the hell's going on?
Liberty's got issues too. Still love her though. She's awesome. She's absolutely incredible. She gives me shit and well deserved anyway. Um, but yeah, my cousin, you know, drowned. He took swim lessons. He was a great swimmer. We still to this day don't know how it happened. Probably negligence and whatnot on his uncle's part, who was a junkie and stuff like that. And Liberty says hi, Velma.
Hi.
Liberty's awesome. uh, yeah. So like, I don't know, man. I I got tossed in the pool, fucking, and at the beach too, because I used to go to Brighton Beach in New York City, or Manhattan Beach, or Coney
Brighton
Island,
Beach.
and
Yep.
fucking they would take us into the water, and we had to learn how to swim. Period. That's the way it was. Velma, we are about to close things down here tonight. Let everybody know where they can find you. I don't have her TikTok in there, fam, but I do have her Instagram and Threads.
Yeah, so thank you for having me again. I really appreciate you guys. Hopefully you guys grow more, you know. Um,
We're trying.
yeah, and a lot of
Trying.
blessings to y'all. But yes, you can find me on TikTok at that Mexican Velma. I was gonna say .com. Bomb.com. No. That Mexican Velma and on IG as well. That Mexican Velma. Yeah,
Awesome.
it was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. Great conversation with you. You're definitely like we tell everybody. You have an you have an open invitation to come hang with us again. If you
Oh,
got some
thank you. I
stuff you want to
appreciate it.
update us on going on in Texas, please bring it back to us.
I will.
We've had Peyton Jackson on and Sheldon Daniels who are running in Texas, and you know we're
Actually,
hoping to
Peyton's
bring them
coming on
back.
again.
Yeah, Peyton's coming back
Right?
the first
Peyton's
Friday
coming
of
back in
December.
this.
Yeah, December 5th, right? Yeah. And we gotta talk to Sheldon Daniels. trying to get Brandon Herrera, but like he hasn't responded, and he's got a lot of people probably fucking reaching out to him anyway. But he's running. I think he's gonna win this time. He just barely lost last time. I think he's gonna win this time. He's think he's gonna primary the Rhino out and actually get that seat. Um, yeah, we're glad you came to hang out with us too, Mama Moss. We really we love all you guys. Okay, you guys that come to spend Friday nights with us and Monday nights and Wednesday nights and even Saturday nights, right? Like you guys have been coming diligently to come chill with us and whatnot. So we absolutely appreciate it. I will, Velma Liberty says, sorry I missed most of it. Hope you'll be on again, Velma. We will absolutely bring Velma
Aw,
back. Okay.
thank you guys.
It was a great conversation. Liberty, please go back and, when you get a chance, watch the show.
Yeah,
She had a lot of
here's some good
information to give
stuff.
us, stuff like that. Great stuff. So you want to go back and watch it when you get a chance. But yeah, it's been fantastic. Kaylani, thank you so much for coming to hang with us and
I
spending a
appreciate it.
Friday
Thank you for
night with
having
us.
me
We
again.
appreciate it. We didn't get the
Yep.
furry. We didn't get the furry in the picture like we thought we were gonna get because like your furry was jumping on you.
Ugh, I can't. Mascots are one thing, but furries,
Yeah, yeah.
no.
Not to be confused with people who want to be furries. Like
Right.
her dogs were messing with her.
Mhm.
We were hoping to get them on.
Yeah.
So guys, coming up on Monday night we have Petty Crocker, Claire Patriot first time. Star Spangled Kyle first time. It is going to be a hilarious show with me and Reddaywalker and them. It is going to be very, very funny.
Mhm.
Absolutely, you guys want to tune in Monday night, okay? This Saturday, tomorrow, coming up, Salty Dog Show. Tomby will be back with us. He's had a lot going on in life, and he confirmed that he'll be back to drop in. The girl dad will probably freaking jump in and hang with us again too. And it should be a good show tomorrow. Next week, next Wednesday, I have a Warrior Wednesday. I have Joey Polk, which is the Girl Dad Official's friend. He's a combat veteran. He's going to be on with us and whatnot. We're going to talk about his service and whatnot. And you guys would enjoy that. Then next Friday, who do we have next Friday? Actually, no show next Friday, fam. It is Thanksgiving week and no show next Saturday either. So I actually have to figure out my gaming shit together because I still got to get my hours in for premium time and everything like that. So I got to figure that out. That's on me though. With that said, fam, we are going to head over to Bourbon and Beer like we do every Friday night, and we are going to raid them right now. So I am the Big Red One Guy signing off. And remember that together and only together can we break the machine. God bless you all. God bless America. You all have a fantastic weekend, and I will see many of you tomorrow night. And then don't forget, fam, December 13th will be, what do you call it? Movie night. See you all tomorrow, fam. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody. Have a safe
All right,
weekend.
good night.